Oilers. So many things, however, are surrounding the first two games. Game one, Billy Smith accused of swinging the stick at Glenn Anderson, bruising his knee or just above the knee to the point where he wouldn't be able to play game two. Well, Anderson did play. In fact, was chosen as the star of the game for the Edmonton Oilers. Now in the late stages of game two, Billy Smith's stick again makes contact, this time with Wayne Gretzky. From there, you get into a challenge situation. You get into a tirade with the referee involving Gretzky. Smith gets a major penalty. And a few moments later, Lumley, sort of a retaliation, I guess, draws a 5-minute penalty for spearing. All of that is taken away from game number two, and there's been so much said, so much written about it. Let's put it all in proper perspective if we can. How much influence will that have on game three that we're going to watch in a few minutes?
It'll have absolutely no effect on the New York Islanders. I'll almost guarantee that, Jigs. But as far as Edmonton, it's affected them. It's going to continue to affect them. And I often said that any time that you ask for a team, if you ask for and demand discipline and don't show it yourself, you've got a problem. And Glenn Sather, who has been out-coached, and I can go back and point out a couple of places where he was out-coached, showed poor and almost no self-discipline either during the hockey games or when the hockey games were over in the way he handled the press conferences. And you cannot do that in front of a hockey team that you're trying to tell should be disciplined. That right away, I'm sure that when Bill Torrey and Al Arbor sit back and think about it, that's got to be a big plus for them and their hockey team.
Well, the Oilers are coming out on the ice here. We're going to take a look and see if there are any scratches, any changes in their lineup coming in against the Islanders in game three. The scratches for both teams, as a matter of fact. Edmonton going with absolutely no change. Yaroslav Pozar, a 31-year-old rookie who played in the Chicago series and scored 2 goals, will not dress tonight. That means that Anderson is okay, so is Gretzky, and on down the line, Unger and LaRiviere are also out of the lineup. For the New York Islanders, it'll be the same team that we saw win game two, meaning Michael Bossy is back in the lineup and probably even stronger tonight than he was in game two. Michael McEwen, Paul Boudelier, Greg Gilbert, and Matt Saline, all healthy, but all on the sidelines as Dave Langevin has returned in the series, thus the scratch of Michael McEwen. And now the crowd is giving the New York Islanders a standing ovation as they come out on the ice here at the Coliseum. They have outscored Edmonton 8-3 through the first two games. And very confidently, very quietly feel that they have an opportunity to sweep the series in 4 straight. They did that a year ago against the Vancouver Canucks. A lot of people in their predictions, the media folks in particular, did not give the Islanders an opportunity, or at least much of a thought as far as a sweep, let alone in some cases an opportunity to even win this series. But the Islanders are up 2-0, and the Oilers realize that they have to win 4 out of the next 5. That's not to say that they aren't capable. They had themselves a great season. And the thing to keep in mind as well as they come in here tonight is that they are such a good road team. They had the #1 power play on the road over the season. They had a better road record than any other of the 20 teams in the league. And they're going to have to put that to work. They have to get something out of the Nassau Coliseum, or it'll be another long summer of explanations for the Edmonton Oilers. You look at their goaltending tandem. Andy Moog has played every game in the playoffs. Off to his right is Grant Fuhr, who has played only briefly, about 11 minutes in one of the playoff games. But it's all riding on the shoulders of 23-year-old Andy Moog as far as the Oiler hopes are concerned in the goaltending end of it. And there is a veteran of so many wars in the National Hockey League, both as a player and as a coach, Al Arbor. Has his name on the Stanley Cup as a player. And, of course, as a coach. The Islanders have won 4 and 3 straight cups on the way to a 4th. And you hear and see the crowd and the ovation that continues here at the Nassau Coliseum. Goes without saying that the building is jam-packed, a complete sellout. And now
the land of the free and the home of the brave.
So here we go, game 3 of the Stanley Cup final. The game now goes to the hands of the referee, who is Brian Lewis. The linesmen will be Ron Finn and Ray Scapinello. Well, there they tell us it's Gerard Gauthier. It is not. Brian Lewis is indeed the referee, but Scapanello, yes, he is out there along with Finn. And the referee, Brian Lewis, has called the two captains over for a brief conversation as we check out the goaltending for this Game 3, as it has been through the first two. Andy Moog for the Edmonton Oilers, and Billy Smith, who has done everything. He has robbed Wayne Gretzky so many times. The old master back in goal with a 2.85 goals against average, coming in here tonight and a record of 11 wins and 3 losses. For the New York Islanders, Brian Trottier goes to center ice. Mike Bossy on the right wing. Clark Gillies on the left side with Potvin and Persson at the blue line. Wayne Gretzky will take the face-off. Jari Kurri is on the right side. Glenn Anderson is on the left wing, and the Oilers have shot it into the Islanders' zone. Fogelin and Lowe move up in the Edmonton defense as the Islanders got it out to center quickly. Fogelin back to Lowe. Kevin Lowe gave it to Anderson as he turned at center ice. Shot it into the Islanders' zone off the glass. Billy Smith leads it for Potvin, who rounds the net up the right side under the reach of Bossy, who was knocked down by Lowe. And the puck ends up in the Edmonton zone. That's Fogelin with it. Lee Fogelin to Jari Kurri on right wing. Kurri missed Lowe with the pass. Lowe picked it up, got it back to Kurri. Anderson comes over the line. Potvin got a piece of him, and Persson took the puck. Stefan Persson around the board. Strachey had fallen. The puck ends up back of the net. Gretzky slid it right through the goal mouth. Comes out on the near side. Clark Gillies for the Islanders. Goes rink wide with a pass for Bossy. Into the Edmonton zone. Bossy puts on the brakes. He was all alone. 4 Oilers back, and the puck has come out to center ice. Shot back in again by Morrow. It bounced right in front of Moog. And in quickly was Bourne to shoot it wide. Bourne to the line. Here's Morrow with a shot that was blocked. The Oilers move out into center ice. Into the Islanders zone comes Linsman, trying to get in around Johnson. Can't do it. Thomas Johnson took Linsman off the puck neatly. Brent Sutter starts out now for the Islanders, joined by Dwayne Sutter and Bob Bourne. Brent Sutter at center, slaps it around the boards. Messier over on left wing is checked by Dwayne Sutter. There's Jackson for the Oilers, trying to move it out of his own territory. Willie Lindstrom was bumped on the boards, but out they come. Into center ice, this is Jackson shooting it into the Islanders zone. Smith leaves it back of the net for Thomas Johnson. Now to Bourne on the left side. Poked it away from Gregg. And Lindstrom is out at center ice. And crossed up with his defenseman Jackson. Now Lindstrom lays it up the right wing to Messier. Mark Messier handed the puck to Thomas Johnson. Shoots it back in wide of the Edmonton goal. Jackson chases it. 2 minutes gone in this opening period. Tonelli is interfered with. But no whistle. The fans react to that as Lindstrom comes to center ice. Nystrom and Lindstrom collided. Potvin knocked the puck away from Ray Cote, and it's loose in the Edmonton zone. Nystrom went in after it, got turned around, and Moog backhands it to the corner for Jackson. Jackson almost handed it to Goring. Now Tonelli got a stick on it, couldn't control it at the line, and here's Lane to Nystrom. Bobby Nystrom into the Edmonton zone. Ron Tonelli took it out of the skates of Cote, and his clearing attempt was broken up and brought right back out again. Paul Coffey shot it to the Islanders zone. Potvin sends Nystrom down right wing. Nystrom across to Tonelli, lets it drive goal. They've got behind Moog, but he has been able to hold on. Getting ready for a face-off to the right of the Edmonton goal as we watch Wayne Merrick take this draw. It went 2 minutes and 35 seconds without a whistle from the opening face-off.
Players love that, Jiggs. They get into the game quicker that way. They get probably all 3, and if they're using 4 lines out there in that length of time.
Now the Oilers move up. Lumley with Ralston and Semenko have dumped the puck into the Islanders zone. It comes up the left wing. Clark Gillies moves into center ice. The pass to Dwayne Sutter across the blue line. He shoots. That one wide of the net. Fogelin moves it up the right side. Lumley went break wide with a pass for Semenko that bounces off the boards and offside as well. At the Trottier on this face-off for the Islanders against Gretzky, and it went back into the Islanders zone. There's Stefan Persson giving it to Trottier to Bossy. Bossy out to center. Play was broken up by Kurri, who turns in the Edmonton end. Now Charlie Huddy around the boards. Coffey missed the pass. Persson held it in for Trottier to Keller. Turns. His shot was blocked by Huddy. Keller to Bossy, and he was too well covered in front. Launch of it in off the left point. His shot hit the referee. Comes bouncing out in front of the net. Cleared by Moog, and the Oilers come to center ice. Anderson on left wing. Into the Islanders zone with a slap shot that goes way up into the crowd.
But that's a pretty good chance for him to give a message to all of the players, even the ones on the benches, that unless you force me to call it, I'm not going to call a lot of penalties.
Well, he's going to call one here on Messier, who went in with the elbows up, and then Sutter came back with his stick. And we get our first penalties of the game. The Islanders would have had a power play chance had Messier side as a result of the penalties, and the Islanders get into the Edmonton zone. Bourne cutting it on the left side, knocked down back of the net, and Randy Gregg clears the puck up the left side. Out into center ice comes Linsman. Over the Islander line, drop pass for Lindstrom. Jackson fed it right back to him. Lindstrom sidestepped the check from Bourne. Holds the puck at the line, starts in, lets one go. Smith the glove save, and he drops it off for Morrow. Danny Morrow comes out as Lindstrom. Got a piece of Billy Smith knocking him down, or was Billy acting? Keller at the blue line, gets into the Edmonton end of the ice, gave the puck to Trottier, but now the whistle is sounded on an offside, and the crowd is upset.
Billy Smith trying to draw another penalty. The Islanders had an opportunity, but Brent Sutter, and poor retaliation, got a penalty called on he for high sticking. Look at the dive by Billy Smith. Must have been going to the W.C. Fields School and Art of Acting. Good try, Billy. Didn't work.
Trottier on this face-off. The puck went back into the Edmonton zone, where Huddy plays it to the left side. Intercepted by Bossy. Shoots, and it just went wide. The Islanders pouncing on a misplay of the puck in the Edmonton end of the ice. And here's Potvin back to Trottier, over to Bossy. It was off his skate. And Charlie Huddy starts out. Huddy's pass into center ice. Anderson comes over the line. Persson chases him wide, and the play moves to center ice with Bossy. Right, Bossy into the Edmonton zone. Can't get through the two Edmonton players. Persson to Trottier to Bossy in front. He's hauled down. There'll be a penalty here against the Oilers. The Islanders going to the power play. 14:44 left in this first period.
Penalty. So the Islanders are on a power play.
And here's Trottier handling the puck deep in that Edmonton zone. Into the corner to Bossy. Johnson and Potvin at the points. The play was broken up, and Gretzky has shot it down into the Islander end of the ice. Billy Smith leaves it for Denny Potvin, who starts out now on this left side over center ice. Shot it into the Edmonton end and got away from Mold. Bossy and after got a stick on it, couldn't hold it. Here's Johnson at the right point. It goes off his stick. Off the boards as well, and Yari Curry trying to clear it, but they're calling that. Or overall in the playoffs in this series, neither team has a power play goal. The Islanders are 0 for 6. The Oilers are 0 for 11. The Islander power play will regroup deep in its own territory. Potvin, Johnson, Tonelli, and Goring. This is Potvin carrying it to center ice, right side, intended for Tonelli. It was broken up. Now Brent Sutter and Messier are out of the penalty boxes. Here's Goring across the line. Tried to get in around Curry, around Jackson as well, and chases him back of the net, lined him up for a hit. Tonelli clears the puck back to Potvin. Potvin 3 steps in, shoots, blocked in front and cleared to the far corner. Thomas Johnson comes off the boards. Drops it around the corner boards. Nystrom got it to Goring. Goring back to the right point for Thomas Johnson. 50 seconds left in the power play as the pass went to Nystrom to Goring. Out in front, it was up in the air, and Tonelli couldn't make contact with it. Yari Curry is cleared at the length of the ice. 40 seconds remaining, and the holding penalty against Glenn Anderson. There is no score. Thomas Johnson's pass out of the reach of Tonelli at center ice. The Oilers unable to get organized. Now here's Potvin with it. To Goring, comes over the blue line. Goring trying to skip in around Randy Gregg, dumps it back of the net. It'll be picked up and cleared by Jackson, but he couldn't get it out. Tonelli to the right point to Persson, across to Potvin. Randy Potvin to Persson. He shoots. Good stop by Moog. The rebound is off the side of the net. Moog, a pad save. It comes right out in front and cleared by Gregg. The Islanders had some chances but couldn't put it in the net. Now Persson left the puck for Goring, who slaps it into the Edmonton zone, and that does it as far as the penalty is concerned. The teams are at 6 aside again. No score in the first period. The Oilers have shot it down the ice. Persson touches up, and we get an icing call against Edmonton. A little pushing after the whistle as Persson took exception to face off to the right of the Edmonton goal as we watch Bob Bourne line up against Wayne Gretzky. The Oilers clear the puck behind the net. That's Kevin Lowe. Bourne on top of him as Lowe went to the left side. Anderson, a long pass out of Gretzky's reach. Back comes Dave Langevin. Into the corner to Persson. Up the right wing off Wayne Sutter's stick. Brent picks it up at center ice. Is given a bump there by Curry. Now Lowe's pass is blocked. Lowe recovers inside the blue line. Went to Curry on left wing. Across to Fogelin. Fogelin missed everybody. Has dumped it into the Islander end of the ice. And we're going to whistle here for icing. Blackhawks has been selected as the coach of the year of the National Hockey League Broadcasters Association, winner of the Jack Adams Award. Oh, Bossy just moved in and knocked the puck off Coffey's stick. Now it's tied up on the boards, and there's no further play. You
hit, but against a team like the Islanders, they're the deficiencies that show up.
Now the Oilers start out of their own zone with a lead pass down the left wing side. Messier cuts in, bad save by Billy Smith, and there's Gillies with the rebound. Checked in his own end of the ice, but Bossy is able to clear it, but not out. Morrow to Janssen on this left side. Across intended for Bossy. Hit it into the Edmonton zone, but Gregg got it to the blue line, and Lindsman takes the turn. Lindsman overled Lindstrom with the pass, and Messier covers up. Messier across to Gregg. Out into the center ice zone. This is Lindsman into the Islander end of the ice. Kenny Lindsman has taken off the puck. It's in the skates of Bossy. And now frozen on the boards long enough for a face-off. Something the Islanders have done so well, and you just saw them do it there as they double-teamed Lindsman and made sure that he had nowhere to go with the puck, nobody to pass it to.
Players out of the play, Jakes, can always contribute a great deal, and Bossy is a good example of what happened. He was leading the Islanders up the ice, trying to make the offensive play. They lost the puck. Edmonton's blue line, and guess who got back in time to help trap Lindsman as he crossed the Islanders' blue line? That's the kind of concentration that all of the Islander lines have shown in the playoffs.
Now the draw here comes back to Huddy, and his shot is off the blocking glove of Billy Smith. He pulls it into his pads and sits down on it. It's come up a little high, but there'll be no damage done at present conditions anyway if they hold true, and we'll get another face-off in the Islander end of the ice.
His defenseman not letting anybody get close to him. There's the rebound. A good shot by Charlie Huddy. Quickly, Smith covers up, and so do his defenseman. There's the shot by Huddy. Watch Dennis Potvin. Now he'll turn and look straight out. He knows Billy's got the puck. Now he looks for someone coming in quickly that might want to try and spear the puck loose. He was not going to let it happen. Gordy Lane had Ray Cote blocked out on the other side, and you saw the check by Dennis Potvin.
Just a little over 11 minutes remaining in the opening period. Ralston against Trottier on this face-off. Ralston poked the puck into the corner. Shot around the boards. Trottier picks it up. Ryan Trottier leads the rush into center ice. Fired it wide of Vandy Moog. Moog covers up in the puck. And we'll get a face-off at the other end of the ice. You're watching the Stanley Cup playoffs on SportsChannel. Play is underway. The Oilers have just tested Billy Smith with a couple of long shots, and Potvin dumps it to center ice. Coffey didn't wait long enough for his teammates to get back. The offside is called. 10 minutes and 23 seconds left in the opening period.
Plumlee tested Billy Smith from in close, Jake. Some of the human element that happened in hockey games. The referee and the linesman had their signals crossed a little bit, dropped the puck, and away they went while we were away. And Billy Smith made two excellent saves, one close in off Lumley.
Now Al Arbor has sent out Wayne Merrick to center for Wayne Sutter and Clark Gillies. Gillies and Hughes arm in arm moved into the face-off area and are backed up by linesman Ron Finn. Realign and get the puck drop between Merrick momentarily. Cote on the draw for Edmonton. Came back off Merrick's stick to Longman, then to Persson. Now to Gillies. Clark Gillies backhands it into center ice. Oilers take over there, and Vogelin has forced the New York Islanders back into their own end. This is Persson. Moves it up the right wing boards. Merrick comes over, gets bumped on the play by Hunter. The two of them in a battle for the puck. Now Persson tying up Cote, and there's no further play. And again, some pushing and shoving. These two teams don't like one another. They're very open about that. The Islanders in particular and their dislike of Edmonton. And a lot of it has to do with things that have happened in the past with the Oilers. Not so much centering around this playoff series, but the one a couple of years ago. And the things that the Oilers do, singing, taunting.
Some of the action that spurred them. There's a pretty good elbow. Hunter as he moved in quickly on Wayne Merrick. More words than actions.
Now Trottier will face off here against Cote as they've moved in a little deeper. Trottier got the draw, played it back to Billy Smith. Left it back of the goal. The Oilers pour two men in there quickly. The puck comes off Billy Smith's shoulder, and he covers up on it.
Because it could easily hit him in the back and trickle down into the net.
The Oilers held the puck in from the face-off, and it was shot wide by Cote. Nystrom on the right side. Dumps it into center. There's Merrick chasing it with Fogelin back. They move in together. Merrick is knocked down. The puck loose in the corner. Cote digs it off the boards. Laid it back to the net for Kevin Lowe. Lowe knocked off his feet by Nystrom's check. Now Cote picks it up at center ice. Merrick got a piece of him, turning him around, and the puck is loose in the Islanders' zone. Kenny Morrow sent Hughes to the ice. No penalty there, and Clark Gillies feeds a long pass to Nystrom. Bobby Nystrom at center ice, cuts to the left. Cross the line to Gillies. Clark Gillies into the corner for Bob Nystrom. Out in front, away from Morrow, and it'll slide all the way back into the Islanders' zone. Billy Smith out of the net, leaving the puck for Thomas Johnson. Anderson went into forecheck. Johnson goes to the left side with a pass to Merrick. Now to Anders Kaller. Kaller's shot was knocked down at the Edmonton line. Randy Gregg unable to make the play cleanly, however. Now Jackson, a long pass to the right side, out of the reach of Gretzky. Thomas Johnson chases it. Gretzky dug it away from him, but Morrow broke it up in front of the net. Held in by Curry. Curry to Gretzky, parked back of the net. Gretzky comes out in front, turns, shoots. Smith knocked it out of the air, robbing Gretzky again. It's been that way throughout the series, and here comes Kaller. Kaller across the line. In front to Trache, moves in, shoots over and off the right toe of the goaltender. Trache unable to pick it up again. Jackson takes a look, turning it away from Kaller. Now the Oilers trying to move it out of their own zone. It's stolen by Bossy. Back to Langevin. Langevin from the blue line, shot it wide. Ends up in the right wing corner. Bossy had been knocked down again, and the puck cleared to center. Gerson to Langevin. Plays a drink wide at center, out of the reach of Bossy. Back goes Jackson. Jackson over to Gregg in the Edmonton defense. Now to Curry. Gary Curry shoots it in high. Got away from Billy Smith, but there's Bob Bourne. Bourne and the two centers, the forward line for the Islanders. They failed to move it out of the Islander end. Gretzky chases the puck back in the net. Billy Smith knocked it away from him. Gerson clears it behind the net off the glass. Langevin gives it to Bourne on left wing. Now to Brent Sutter. Into center right. Three Oilers back. Bourne across the line. That's a shot goal off the stick of Huddy and up into the...
Right here, his own man. Look at his right hand now. Watch him stick his hand up. He doesn't care. He wants to stop the puck. Boom. He gets it. And he made the save, laying down on the ice. Look at the move by Trache a moment ago as he takes a shot at Andy Moog. Took the puck from behind him, brought it up between his legs, kept his forward motion going, and still got a play at the net.
The chances have been there, all right, but still goose eggs on the scoreboard. The Oilers start out of their own zone. Into center ice. Messier goes to the left side with a pass. Hughes went to center one. Billy Smith scoops it up. And
you had a good look at the Edmonton Oilers bench. Walking behind the bench along with Glenn Sather, distinguished gentleman with the gray hair. Distinguished gray hair. John Muckler, one-time Long Island Duck player, now assistant to Glenn Sather.
Once upon a time, had a job as a head coach in the National Hockey League. Didn't last very long. He was with the Minnesota North Stars. Some rumor that he'll be back as an NHL coach. Messier won the faceoff. Here's Huddy from the blue line off the post. He got it by Smith, but off the post on the right side. Now Morrow is bumped by Messier. Able to clear the puck around the boards. Coffey got a shot away that went wide of the net. Klinsman went in after it. Got bumped by Janssen, and the puck is cleared to Wayne Sutter. Now to Brent Sutter. Brent Sutter plays it rink wide in his own zone. Klinsman intercepted, gave it to Messier. His shot went wide. The rebound is put right out in front and cleared. Coffey, who's in deep, had a chance, but cleared it wide of the net. Now Lindstrom goes back to the goal center. Smith clears the puck up the left side for Bob Bourne, and out come the Islanders. Bourne, who crossed the center ice stripe into the Edmonton zone with a shot. Good stop by Moog, and Lindstrom is back for the rebound. Kenny Lindstrom played it in front of his own net. Messier was checked as he got to the blue line, and here's Dwayne Sutter with the puck trying to close in. Moog kicks that out. Brent Sutter goes to the corner. It's jostled around a little bit on the boards, and they have frozen the puck for a face-off.
Some opportunities at both ends of the ice. Charlie Huddy. Look at the Islanders now. There's Lindstrom on Sutter as they tie up and hold the puck. Brent Sutter then into the playoffs.
The Sutter brothers from Viking, Alberta. Not far from Edmonton. One of the banners, in fact, in Edmonton said, Viking loves the Oilers. Sutter's move. Gerson controlling the puck for the Islanders. Went up the left side to Bossy. Tried to get in around Fogelin, but the puck got away from him. There's Kevin Lowe. Merrick steps into him. Back of the Edmonton goal, Anderson and Bossy in a battle for it. Merritt there as well, and the puck has been frozen.
Tie the puck up. Freeze it. Get a face-off.
No score. We have less than 6 minutes to play in the first period as the Islanders have to pick it up at center ice after it was cleared. Langevin to Gillies, went off his stick. Anderson sent Gretzky over the line. He shoots. Smith, the glove save. Gretzky just looked up at the ceiling of the Coliseum in disbelief.
Well, he hasn't got that hard of a shot. Billy Smith has not had trouble with him. That was a pretty good shot, Jiggs, but if Messier had shot that puck, or Coffey, that might have gotten by Billy Smith, but for some reason, Billy Smith gets a little more out of stopping Gretzky.
There's a look at 22-year-old Wayne Gretzky, and there in the corner of your picture, you just saw the Stanley Cup. Not the real thing, folks. It is here, and we'll be at the luncheon tomorrow. The puck has just been cleared up over the glass into the crowd, and they'll face off in the Edmonton end of the ice. A look at Robert Butch Goring, number 91. Not worked hard all season. Played in limited games. Played limited, or had limited action in a lot of the games he was dressed for. As you see him take a heavy hit from Anderson, and his backhand clearing pass behind the net deflected up into the seats. Now the draw comes back to Lee Fogelin on the Edmonton defense, around to Lumley. Puffin got a piece of him. Dave Lumley put it out in front. Lowe got turned around with the play, and here's Gordy Lane. Lane sends a pass up the right side to Nystrom into the Edmonton zone with a shot. Lowe cut it off in the short side and held it for a face-off. You're watching the Stanley Cup Finals on SportsChannel. Play underway in the center ice zone as the Oilers move up. Low across to Ralston. Comes right in. He shoots. Smith the save. It got behind him and dribbled across to the near side. Comes back to Fogelin with a shot. Blocked by Potvin. Lumley centers. Goring broke up the pass, and here's John Tonelli shooting it out of the Islander end. Close call there as Ralston, who had 2 goals in the regular season against the Islanders, walked right in with a blast. Now low to Fogelin. It's broken up at the line. Goring. Coach Goring unable to set up Nystrom, and the Oilers have cleared it to center ice. Back comes Potvin. Kenny Potvin over to Gord Lane. Lane, a long pass out of the reach of Nystrom. Fogelin will pick it up. Lee Fogelin around the boards. Coffey gets bumped by Nystrom, who had lost his balance. Poked up the left side. The Oilers come to center ice. Ralston to Curry. Curry across the line. It's deflected. Ends up in the corner. Curry and Potvin bump. There's Trottier. Shot it around the boards. Got away from Gretzky. Anderson had to stick up on Trottier a little. As the play moves back to the net, we watch Potvin with it. Potvin to Trottier. Trottier to Tonelli on left wing. Cuts to the inside. All the way to the right wing. Into the Edmonton zone. Trying to get it around Coffey. John Tonelli centers. It's on the doorstep, and Moore covers up. Trottier tipping Tonelli's pass, and now Tonelli exchanging words with Coffey and skates toward the Islander bench. The opportunity came for the New York Islanders, Jake. Too much attention went to Mike Bossy as John Tonelli scooted wide. Here's Tonelli. Watch the play here. Brian Trottier deflects the puck. Andy Moog standing in the right place. Got a hold of it and hung on. They crisscrossed at the blue line. Bossy and John Tonelli. 2 of the Edmonton Oilers picked up and went with Mike Bossy, and that allowed him through. Here's Ralston a moment ago. Ralston in all alone. Billy Smith made the save, the loose puck. Gordy Lane, he covers for the goaltender. Close calls at either end of the ice. Now Gregg from back of the Edmonton goal. Starts out on the far side with the lead pass. Cote to center ice. Hughes trying to split through the defense. Does comes in on goal, and the overshot at loose puck. Backhander. Smith makes the save off Hunter. Morrow sends Keller to center ice. And there's Keller. Shot it into the Edmonton zone. There's Bossy for the drive. Stick save by Moog. Trottier unable to pick it up in the corner. Gregg takes it back to the net. We have 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the period. The Oilers come to center with a pass to Hughes. Played it in around the defense. Picks it up. Hughes put it out in front. Cleared by Billy Smith. Out of the reach of Keller. Gregg from the blue line. His shot went off Trottier. Ryan Trottier. Left side to Keller, but it was out of his reach. Oh, graces his hand, signifying icing, and it is called as Gregg touches the pin all alone again. The Islanders playing very poorly in their own end of the ice. Drop the puck. There's the shot. Billy Smith off Hunter. Good stop by Smith, and he's got 3 Edmonton Oilers all standing around him and not 1 New York Islander. Now Messier got the puck out in front of the net. There's a shot that was blocked and cleared by Persson. Low at the blue line. Got a stick on it. It goes up into the crowd. 3 penalties. 2 of them coincidental. Back at 4:01. Messier and Brent Sutter. Then Anderson took a holding call. And that's been it. Bourne on the left side. Trying to clear the puck out. Could not. It's centered in front. Lindstrom's stick. And Potvin sends Wayne Sutter over center ice. Wayne Sutter blasted one off the boards. Chasing it is Bourne. And quickly tried to put it out in front. It ends up in the corner. Wayne Sutter centers. But there's Fogelund. Lee Fogelund plays it up the left side. Here comes Messier. Across the line, Messier cuts to the right. Can't get a shot away as Potvin was on him immediately. Brent Sutter starts out. He and Wayne come to center. The play broken up. Brent Sutter recovers the puck. Shot it into the far corner off the boards, and it's cleared by Moe. Coffey rounds the goal. All Coffey to Lindstrom. Missed the pass. Linsman has it now. Linsman over to Semenko on left wing. Dave Semenko plays one around the boards. Potvin back of the net. Moved it up right wing to Nystrom, but not out. Lumley at the blue line. Had trouble finding the handle on it. They hold it in. Smith the save. Billy Smith comes up big again, and the Islanders will start from deep in their own zone. Persson to Tonelli. Knocked it away from Huddy. Linsman dumps it in wide of the Islander net. Picked up by Persson. Stephen Persson to Denny Potvin. Potvin shoots it up to center and down into the Edmonton end. There will be no icing as Mold comes out to play it. Gave it to Paul Coffey. Coffey flipping it up to the center ice stripe. Johnson moves back. Shot it into the Edmonton zone. Face off right at the center ice stripe. The Islanders and the Oilers scoreless with 1 minute and 26 seconds left in the period. Wayne Gretzky lining up against Butch Goring. Draw came across to Tonelli, went off his stick. Gretzky for the Oilers to the left side. Nystrom stepped into Jackson with a good hit. The puck went back in the net. Johnson reached in, knocked it away from Curry. It came out in front of the goal, and Gretzky unable to pick it up. Goring sends Tonelli to center ice. Got away from Anderson into the Edmonton zone and knocked down by Jackson. Tonelli was off balance as he moved in, and now Gretzky steps in across the line, but it's offside. Anderson
to intimidate some of the Islanders. There's John Tonelli with Jackson. Tonelli off balance. Jackson gets the left arm up. Gives Tonelli a bit of a push. Tonelli was on one skate, his right skate, when Don Jackson pushed him over. He's big, he's strong. He pushes a lot of players over and knocks a lot of them down. I remember when Jackson first came into the league, he was with the Minnesota North Stars. As you look at the president, he's at his first final game. First Stanley Cup final game. Missed the 2 in Edmonton.
For John Ziegler Jr. Trache feeding the puck back to Morrow. In front to Keller, knocked it down, couldn't control it. Out the right side comes Glenn Anderson across the Islander line with 45 seconds left in the period. Anderson shot went wide of Billy Smith. Trache over to knock it away from Wayne Gretzky. Trache unable to clear it out of the zone. Anderson is bumped by Morrow. The puck comes bouncing to in front. Cleared by Bossy. Smith was out of position, and Bossy, a great defensive play there. Morrow sends Bossy down right wing. 2-on-1 with Keller. Bossy moves in, shoots, good stop. The rebound is scored! And there's Keller.
Seconds remain in the period, Jake, from the Islanders. The first big error by the Edmonton Oilers. And the Islanders capitalize. There's a shot by Bossy. Good stop by Moog, and the rebound. Keller moves in and wrapped it between his legs. With 19 seconds remaining, Keller gets his third goal of the playoffs. A big one, a disheartening goal for the Edmonton Oilers. They've outplayed the Islanders, outshot the Islanders here in the first period. But the Islanders, as they have done so often, end up ahead 1-0 with 19 seconds on the clock. Anders Keller gets the goal, his third of the playoffs.
And the play just prior to that by Bossy will be remembered as a key. There's the puck to center ice. Here's Fogelund. Fogelund heard it to the Islander line. Persson got it to the right side and shot around the boards, and that will do it for the opening period. Standing ovation for the New York Islanders. The goal coming with only 19 seconds left in the period. Second period just underway with the Oilers shooting the puck into the New York Islanders zone, and it's scooped up by Billy Smith, and he'll hold it for a face-off. Gretzky was out there for Edmonton. The Islanders leading 1-0 on Anders Keller's goal. Billy Smith has had a sensational playoff before. He's having another one this year. Here's where he scoops the puck up just a moment ago as the Oilers tried to put it out in front of the net.
Concentration. You have to have it. You have to have it at all positions, particularly as a goaltender.
Now Persson has cleared it around to Bourne on left wing. He and Fogelin tied up on the boards, and there's no further play.
Another aspect, Jiggs, of Billy Smith that we don't often bring out, but I'd like to bring it out now because it's very important. He's always talking to his defensemen and his forwards. He chitter-chatter. I remember when I played with him, he'd drive me nuts. But you know what? You loved it only because a lot of times you didn't have to look anywhere to know what was going on. He was standing in behind you, telling you exactly where the other players were, where the puck was, everything. You know, and you just get, after a while, you get to rely on it. And when it doesn't happen, you look back wondering what happened. Somebody hit him with a stick, or he bitten his tongue.
The Oilers trying to center one out there. Here's Fogelin from the blue line. And shot one off Smith. He probably talks more during the game than we do. Bossy has shot it down the ice, and the Islanders are going to be called for having iced the puck. Yeah, I've talked to several goaltenders over the years who at the end of a game.
Look at Billy Smith, Jiggs. He's turning his back. Look at him turn it on Anderson. Anderson's jawing away at him. He's trying to get the go to Billy Smith. And Smith turning his back on him. Anderson went all the way around the net. Excuse me, I got to tell you about this. There's Anderson. Here's the shot from the point. Fogelin let the shot go. Let's see what's going on here, if we can pick up the action. Billy Smith got a piece of it. The puck deflected wide. I was just wondering if they had it. It was so neat. Billy Smith makes the save. Now there's Anderson in front of the net. Anderson got up jawing at Smith, circled Smith's net. And as he went all the way around the net, Billy Smith deliberately kept his back, turned to him, never said a word to him, just let on like he wasn't there and that he was just kind of turning around slowly.
Let me ask you, would he have done that in October, November?
Oh, no, he'd have stood there and threatened the guy with his hockey stick. And that's exactly what the player wanted. So, you know, Billy, he's always doing the other thing. Doing what the unexpected, I should say.
The Oilers keep the puck in the Islanders' zone. Yari Curry to the corner. Anderson comes out in front. Backhanded one that went off Bourne's stick. Is loose and cleared by Morrow. There's a penalty call coming. Bourne is going to go off for hooking as Anderson went down in front of the net. A break in the action here. You're watching the Stanley Cup Finals on Sports Channel.
Official score writing down the penalty to Bob Bourne. Let's see if we can see it right here. There's Anderson. Bourne's got the stick on him. Gives it a tug. Pulls him down. Anderson, as he was falling, twisted, almost decapitated, accidentally, Bob Bourne. Shouldn't laugh when I say that.
Trache on the face-off. He came back to Coffey to the right side. A shot by Honey. Grabbed by Billy Smith, and he'll hold it. Let me just point out, while you watch some of the replays, every now and then there's a blurb, and you may think that they're experiencing problems at home with your television set. That is not the case. The strobe lights that have been installed by the major sports publications for the final series are interfering a little bit. Maybe irritating to you as it is to us from time to time, but it's there for a reason. It's just one piece of technology that hasn't been improved upon over the last few years. Well, I guess it has to a degree, but it certainly hasn't been 100%. The Oilers have just tied it up from a shot in front of the net on a power play, and that's the first power play goal for either team in the Stanley Cup Final.
You could see it getting closer and closer, Jiggs, as the Edmonton Oilers were getting opportunity after opportunity. The Islanders have looked poor in their own end of the ice in this hockey game so far. Granted, they were killing off a penalty, but Yari Curry standing directly in front of Smith. He made the original save. Now look at, nobody got to him in time, and it's in the net. The two Islander defensemen out of position. They should have been at least one of them on top of Curry. Butch Goring got a swat at him. Stefan Persson was way back in the net, and it's tied at 1 apiece on Curry's 7th playoff goal.
An assist on the goal to Gretzky. He has broken the points assist, or the points record, I should say, in the playoffs, and adds to it tonight with that assist coming at 105. So we're tied 1-1. Potvin clearing the puck in his own zone. Persson up the right side. That's Brent Sutter to Bob Bourne. Tried to tip it around Gregg, did, but couldn't catch up with it. Here's Potvin again. Steps in over the Edmonton blue line. Potvin went to the far corner with a pass to Brent Sutter. He is tied up on the play. The puck came loose momentarily, back into the pile up his skates, and now Gregg starts up. Andy Gregg to Jackson, gave it to Lindstrom. Or Linsman, rather. Linsman into the Islanders' zone. Potvin got a piece of him, and there's Persson feeding it to the left wing to Bourne. To Brent Sutter. Back to Bourne. Comes over center ice, cutting to the right, into the Edmonton zone. Lets a shot go off the skate, and it's skipped wide. Wayne Sutter in after the rebound. Gets hammered on the boards. The puck is cleared up left wing. Messier chases it out to center ice. Thomas Johnson back, cleared it. Linsman holding it, waiting for Messier to get back on side. Puts it high in the air. Billy Smith catches it, drops it off, and then plays it up the right side for Dwayne Sutter. To Goring. Goring into the Edmonton zone. His backhand pass was knocked out of the air by Huddy. Stanley falling. He and Huddy go to the boards together, and Cote drops it back. Cote to the blue line to Hunter, and across to the right side. Lindstrom and Cote. I get Lindstrom out there yet. Cote has shot it in behind the Islander net. Kenny Morrow got a piece of Hughes, and the puck comes to Nystrom. Nystrom carries it down the right side over the Edmonton line. Nystrom goes in deep, turns, comes off the boards with it, back to the point to Morrow. Kenny Morrow slaps it around to the Edmonton zone. Goring came over the far side. He and Huddy in a battle for it. Now they double team.
Win the Stanley Cup. 1971, the Montreal Canadiens, Chicago Blackhawks.
71. Trache got a piece of his man in the Edmonton zone. The puck cleared to the corner. Caller to Trache, put it out in front. It's cleared aside by Moog. Anderson shoots it down the boards into the Islander end of the ice. Johnson rushes back, and we get an icing call.
Onto the 7th game.
Will this one go? We'll find out. Lane shot, toe save by Moog. Here's Caller into the corner to Trache out in front. Steered aside by Moog. Vogelin works it around to the right wing. Hoffman in off the blue line. Got it to the corner, but Vogelin is back. Vogelin played it up the right side. Yari Curry comes to center. Off Anderson's stick to Gretzky. Gretzky to Anderson. Potvin knocks him down. There'll be a penalty here against the New York Islanders. Potvin taking Anderson down, setting up the second power play of this game for the Oilers. You're watching this.
Potvin, a holding penalty, goes to the penalty box. Edmonton scored on their last opportunity with Bourne in the penalty box for hooking. A power play goal by Yari Curry tied it at 1 apiece.
Johnson gets turned around by Anderson. The puck comes back. A shot blocked by Trache. They just stepped in front of Huddy's drive, and the Islanders have forced the Oilers back. Coffey picks it up. Goring into forecheck. He and Billy Carroll, along with Johnson and Morrow, on the points. Coffey sends Huddy up the right way. Over center ice to Curry. Yari Curry.
There's the shot by Huddy, broken up by Brian Trache a moment ago.
The score tied 1-1 as the Oilers start out again on the power play. Coffey over center ice into the Islanders zone, bothered by Goring, pulled to the left wing boards, put it out in front. Here's Curry. Yari Curry to the blue line to Anderson. Lets a shot go. Smith the stick save. Gretzky chases the rebound. Wayne Gretzky centers. Morrow got a stick on it. It's cleared wide by Anderson. Now Curry sets up Anderson back of the net to Gretzky. Johnson knocks it away from him. Charlie Huddy back to the net to Gretzky. Gretzky comes out in front, backhanded it through the goal mouth, then got bowled over on a check from Goring, and the Islanders have shot it down the ice. 55 seconds remaining in the penalty time to Potvin. Paul Coffey pulled it away from Billy Carroll, comes over center ice with a pass to Huddy into the Islanders zone, dropped it to Anderson, shoots, Smith the save, Morrow pokes the rebound loose. Anderson rounded the net, gave it to Gretzky. Gretzky, a weak pass. Johnson got a stick on it. Now flips it high in the air and into the crowd.
Almost identical colors in a different scheme. Yes, but colors almost identical.
Yes, they are. Now Smith around the boards, got the puck to Bourne. He has shot it down the ice. Racing it is Kevin Lowe. Billy Carroll comes out to replace Trache as Lowe had trouble picking the puck up. Turns with it. Up this left side, out of the reach of Messier. Persson has it at center ice. Stephen Persson shot it off the boards. Vogelin gives it to Lowe. Bourne comes into forecheck. Lowe up the left wing boards, and it was into the skates of Bobby Bourne, and he'll freeze it for a face-off. Takes a shot at Lowe. It bumped him after the whistle. Billy Carroll exchanges a couple of pushes. They'll line up again to the left of the Edmonton net.
Little exchange. Little bump, that little nudge by Lowe. Little push, Linsman comes in. Billy Carroll, that's
tonight, game 4 of the Stanley Cup final. This one is a long way from over. Tied 1-1. Jackson back in his own zone. The team's at 6 aside again as we watch Greg give it back to Jackson. Jackson cleared it to center. Messier down the left side. Lindstrom couldn't get there in time, and here's Brent Sutter with the puck. He ran into a check from Jackson, and now it's offside. The New York Islander blue line as Linsman gets ready to face off with Brent Sutter. Mark Gillies is on left wing. Dwayne Sutter is on right wing at the moment. The Oilers have shot it into the Islander end of the ice. It's Langevin back. Gave it to Dwayne Sutter, then to Persson. Persson around the boards to Gillies on the far side. Gets bumped by Gregg. Langevin moves in, and there's no further play. And again, a little pushing and shoving after the whistle. And again, you get the feeling that we're sitting on a time bomb as these two teams
not quite
at the stage.
You're not wrong, Jake. It's not
at the Marriott Hotel here on Long Island. 100 tickets have been turned in tonight, tickets that had been sold, and the party which will be unable to attend has turned them back in. They will be on sale tomorrow morning at the Marriott Hotel from 9 to 11. They're priced at $50 per person, cash or check. If you're not familiar with the Stanley Cup luncheon, players, coaches.
Pretty good idea right there. Jiggs,
sorry,
why don't you pick up all 50 of them and bring all your friends?
I wouldn't know what to do with 48. All right. Bossy to Bourne, now to Potvin. He is ridden into the boards by Messier, and Trottier feeds the puck off to Bourne. Comes over the Edmonton line. Bobby Bourne shot. That changed direction and went wide after hitting Jackson. Bourne left it in the corner for Bossy. Bossy back to the blue line. Trottier picks it up at center ice. Now to Bossy. There's it into the Edmonton zone. Drawn out to center. Randy Gregg stick handling to the Islander line. Gave it to Messier. Lets a shot go, and it was wide of the net. Bouncing off the boards and up.
Dennis Potvin takes a hard hit from Mark Messier. Potvin probably didn't feel that check as hard as Messier. Look at Messier's helmet. Potvin got his hand and stick up just at the last second. But here he is back again. Messier lets fly with a hard shot. But Billy Smith knows, leave it alone. It's wide of the net. Smith knows just by where he's standing whether that puck is on the net or not. He knew it was well wide. Don't play it. Let it go.
So Edmonton backing into their own zone. Vogelin gave it to Lowe out to center ice. Gordy Lane broke up the play. Here's Goring with it. Had to wait for Lane to get back on side. He'd been knocked down. Now Goring comes in over the line. It's Goring turning back to Lane. It was intercepted by Hunter. And the Oilers come to center ice. Hughes into the Islanders zone. Went to the backhand, went to the forehand, and Smith made the pad save. Comes back to Vogelin. Vogelin from the blue line. He shoots. That went wide. Kevin Lowe holds it in on the left side and took a hit from Nystrom. Back to the net. Hughes center to Hunter, and he was too well covered. Another penalty coming against the New York Islanders. Gordy Lane gets a stick on the puck, and we get an elbowing call here. It'll go against Lane, so the Oilers will take their third power play
to the New York Islanders. Play has been very seldom out of their end of the ice.
And the Oilers moved right in with one that was deflected as Gretzky went to put it out in front, and Trottier has slapped it into center ice. Here's Coffey. Trottier and Bourne, the Islander forwards. Johnson and Morrow on defense. This is Anderson, sent by Bourne. Bob Bourne to the Edmonton line. It was knocked off his stick, brought back by Coffey. 3-on-2 as they come over the line. The pass to Anderson. Chased to the corner by Johnson. Anderson played it back in the net. There's Gretzky. Put it out in front. They got away from Curry, who blew right up the middle. And the Oilers have to chase it into their own end of the ice. 35 seconds gone in Lane's penalty. Gary Curry starting out for Edmonton. Cross to Coffey. Coffey into the Islanders zone. Gretzky trailing. The pass was deflected. Picked up in front by Billy Carroll, but they're calling it a hand tag.
That's not as well as the Hoper pass go inside the Islanders' blue line. Here's the puck bouncing. Thomas Johnson put his hand out. He touched the puck. Did not direct it. It went off his hand, and Billy Carroll was the next Islander to touch it. He could have very easily let that go, and even Glenn Sather wouldn't have argued it.
An important face-off here. The Islanders thought they had a chance to move it out of their own end, and as a result, they get the face-off to the right of the net instead.
Good point, Judge. You should be doing the color then. Let me try the play-by-play for it.
And Trottier just won the face-off from Gretzky and has played it around the boards. Lindgren is bumped solidly by Thomas Johnson. The Oilers with the puck, however. Messier to Coffey. Shoots off Billy Smith's shoulder, and Morrow has cleared it down the ice.
Good chance for Coffey again. See, some of the Edmonton Oilers are now trying to go upstairs on Billy Smith.
We watch Huddy starting out. Messier not going down in the Edmonton zone. Lindgren comes over the line with the puck. Huddy shot. Smith the save and went up in the air. Messier took a whack at it. Made contact. They will.
That's just a little fun. Well, his eyes are going down looking along the bench. And as a matter of fact, that's what he's doing. He wants to know who he's going to put out next. He's looking along to find out where they are. He doesn't carry a program to know the numbers, so their names are right there.
Coffey after the face-off sends Gretzky up the right side. Into center ice. Got away from Billy Carroll's check. Comes over the line. The puck bouncing on him. He fell, and so did Goring. Here's Coffey on the left side. Threaded the needle, and the play was broken up. Oh, Messier had a great chance there, and the Islanders have shot it down the ice. 20 seconds left in Lane's penalty. Andy Moog handling the puck, gave it to Coffey. Coffey into center ice, into the Islander zone with a rolling puck to contend with, and it's cleared out by Bourne. This is Charlie Huddy at center, waiting for his teammates to get back. Now to Messier, who backhands it high and over the glass, so we'll get a face-off
by Coffey. Across. Shot missed by Messier. And then Butch Goring, in pursuit of the puck, was successful in shooting it down the ice.
Now Bourne takes this draw, got it back into his own zone to Persson. Lane is back on, teams at 6 aside. Billy Carroll gets turned around at the Edmonton line, and offside is being called. And again, Carroll involved in some pushing and shoving. Everybody converges right in front of the Islander players' bench. Well, we reached the midway point in the middle period, and regulation time for that matter, as they jostle in front of the bench. Score is tied at 1-1 at first period.
At home, if they see something foreign on the screen that mentions Hockey Night in Canada, it's because occasionally they switches or something gets mixed up. There are, 4 feeds out of here tonight? Or is it 3? Hockey Night in Canada has 2, and of course our Sports Channel feed.
Yeah, and another cable feed. Yeah, there is 4. Going out of the Nassau Coliseum. Across the United States, across Canada as well. You saw Moog come out of the net to clear the puck. Bossy came off the boards. He's tangled up with Cote. Cote dug the puck loose. Counter into the corner to Bossy. Mike Bossy trying to slip a check. Couldn't do it. Don Jackson flipped it up in the right side, and out at center ice comes Hughes. Into Cote into the Islander zone. In front to Hunter. Smith the save. The puck goes right back to Billy Smith on Cote. Takes it around the boards and a pass for Keller. What a stop on Hunter. Offhand, back of the net, trying to clear it around, couldn't do it. Keller picks it up. Anders Keller, there's a delayed penalty in effect. It'll be against Edmonton as Trottier comes over center ice into the Edmonton zone. Brian Trottier to Denny Potvin, can't get a shot away, and it's Hughes.
Steve Hunter, a penalty for elbowing. Got it up on Dennis Potvin. Here we'll take a look at it. Potvin with his back. There's the arm going up. Hunter draws an elbowing penalty. Not really a vicious elbow by any means. Potvin saw him coming at the last minute. I think that's one of the reasons he kind of wore it off.
Now we watch the Islander power play. Janssen got it to Persson, to Bourne, back to Stefan Persson. Persson in front. Here's Bourne with a shot off Moog's arm, and it comes to the corner for Dwayne Sutter, to Brent Sutter. Vogelin runs him into the boards. The puck dug loose and cleared out of there by Wayne Gretzky. Minute and 36 seconds left in the Hunter's penalty time as Persson rounds the net. Stefan Persson, right side to Dwayne Sutter. Went to the left to Janssen, stepped in over the Edmonton line, couldn't get the puck back to Dwayne Sutter, and the Oilers have cleared it. Gretzky chasing it, and Smith comes way out of the net. Billy Smith ahead to Thomas Janssen. Spun away from Gretzky, but then ran into Curry. Up the puck to Stefan Persson, fortunately for the Islanders, and here's Brent Sutter over center ice. Shot it into the Edmonton zone with a minute and 5 seconds left in the power play. Moog out of the net to handle it. It came back to Persson. Centered it in front. Low is checked. Here's Brent Sutter. What a stop by Moog. Bossy shot from wide on the rebound. Anders Keller picks it up. It's knocked down by Curry. Bossy got the puck loose to Persson at the point. Persson into Bossy. Bossy shoots off the shoulder of Moog. Bossy the rebound. Centers. Oh, it just went wide. And Brent Sutter is knocked down in front. The Oilers have cleared it the length of the ice with 40 seconds left in the power play. Stefan Persson fed the puck up to Trottier. Bossy moves up right wing as well. Drop pass. Bossy with it in front to Gillies, but it's offside.
On Sports Channel. How about that, Bobby Riggs? Hey. Did you see that match 10 years ago?
I don't remember.
No?
Sure.
Billy
Didn't everybody watch that?
I would think so, sure. You know, it's the kind of a thing I remember where I was. Billy Harris and I, one-time Islander, watched that in Toronto. It was during training camp. And if I was to tell you that when I was a player, I'd have been fine, because I wasn't supposed to be there. Sorry, Bill.
Edmonton taking a lot of time.
Gold stick for Andy Moog. That's what they need. Lee Fogelin, the captain of the team, retrieving him. A new piece of lumber. A twig.
1-1 tie. 29 seconds left in Hunter's penalty as Moog has the new stick and it's ready to go to work. Trottier, Gillies and Bossy, Potvin and Persson on the points. Fogelin had come up at least into the face-off area, and that heads for the bench, and play gets underway with Jackson clearing it to center. Here's Potvin. Potvin, right side to Clark Gillies. Gillies lifted to Persson, to Potvin, to the corner to Trottier. Back to Potvin, shoots one on the fly, that went wide. Persson comes in off the right point. Got it back to Bossy, who was covering for Persson. Bossy and Persson moved it back and forth. Persson shot went off the leg and ends up in the seat. John Chinelli poked the puck into the Edmonton zone, and the teams are at 6 aside. So again, the Islanders fail to score with a man advantage. Then only one power play goal in the series, and that's the one that tied it up here tonight. Thomas Johnson with the puck. Backs up to the blue line. Gave it to Morrow to the left side for Chinelli. Now to Johnson. Johnson gets turned around and knocked down. The puck loose. Hunter has it. Hunter, long pass, but way offside. As Hughes was about 3 steps inside the Islander blue line.
Even with even strength, they have not played well in their own end of the ice.
Now Goring picks up the puck, shot it into the Edmonton zone, and Moog moves back in the net. Let it go to Coffey. To Huddy. Charlie Huddy up the right wing boards. This is Dave Lumley with a pass to Ralston. Comes over the line. Ralston couldn't get through the defense. Picks up the puck again. Centers, and it's cleared by Johnson. Coffey with a shot. Oh, Billy Smith got a piece of that, and here comes Goring. Goring out of his own zone into the center ice. Checked. Picks up the puck again. Dropped it back to Morrow. Lumley right on top of him. Johnson to Nystrom, and he slaps it into the Edmonton zone. This is Paul Coffey. Coffey, who's had his chances, flips it into center ice. Gordy Lane chases it for the Islanders. We have just over 6 minutes remaining in the second period. Lane's pass to Nystrom. Picked off and shot back in by Coffey, and that's offside. The Islanders lost the puck. Messier comes in on left wing, and his shot went wide of the net. Back to Fogelin at the blue line. That's one goal that hit Gord Lane and bounces to Dwayne Sutter, up to Brent Sutter. 2-on-2 as they come over the line. Bourne heads for the net. The pass didn't arrive as Fogelin got a piece of it. Brent Sutter carries it back to the goal now. Gave it to Bourne. Bourne is tied up by Lowe. Brent Sutter moves in. Bourne has kicked the puck behind the net. Ray Fogelin around to the right wing boards. Lindstrom, the pass to Messier. Now to Lindsman, comes over the line. Lindsman is checked, picks up the puck again, gave it to Lindstrom. Back to Lowe, and he shot it wide. Messier from behind the net. Lane ties him up. Potvin digs the puck off the boards, played it around to the right point. Lowe was there. Fogelin rather, got it to Messier. Messier centers, and shot went wide of the net. Potvin takes a look. Dumps it out to center, and it's going all the way down into the Edmonton zone. There'll be no icing as Kevin Lowe gets back in time. Lowe bumped solidly by Dwayne Sutter, but after he had made the pass across to Messier, and that's stolen by Trottier. The Gillies got over the line, but was checked on the play. Here's Lindstrom to Messier. Messier shooting it into the Islanders zone. Potvin chases it. Potvin to Morrow. Andy Morrow takes a look. Fired it into the center ice territory. Andy Gregg to Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky backhands it in. Chasing it for the Islanders is Kenny Morrow. Morrow slapped it around, but not out. Jackson shot. That hit Anderson and changed direction. Gregg holds it in at the right point to Gretzky back to the net, and Potvin stepped in front of him. It came out in front. The Oilers center, but it's cleared by Morrow and out into center ice. Randy Gregg has to come back. Gregg backing deeper into his own zone. Played it up left wing to Gretzky. Across to Curry. Gary Curry into the Islanders zone. Drop pass to Anderson. He shoots that one over top of the net. Kenny Potvin comes out of the left wing corner. Long pass to center ice to Bossy. Bossy trying to work around Jackson. Centered one. It was broken up, and here's Gretzky with it again. Gretzky across the line. Lets the puck go. Smith got a piece of that. Billy Smith back to the net. Covered up on it and has held it for a face-off. We have 4 minutes and 7 seconds remaining.
Smith. Gretzky winds up. Smith looks like he just kind of still having a little bit of a nap. Swung his stick at it and deflected it off like a bunter, or a batter, I should say, deliberately fouling off a buck. See Brent Sutter as he watches Bob Bourne and Kevin Lowe fight for the puck. Lindstrom comes over. Brent Sutter wants to give him a message. There is the message. Get out of my way.
Now from the face-off from the Islander end of the ice, it's picked up by Stefan Persson. Persson ahead to Trottier, to center for Goring. Across the Edmonton line, Goring, a drop pass, just out of the reach of Nystrom, and there's Big Semenko. Dave Semenko fires it into the Islander zone. Billy Smith let it come off the boards, cleared it to the corner. Charlie Huddy in deep, went to center one that was off the mark. Persson up the right side for Nystrom. Nystrom tried to send Goring up the right wing, and that didn't work. Coffey plays it across to Huddy, now to Lumley. Dave Lumley shot it in wide. That goes Persson. Sets up Nystrom on right wing. Bobby Nystrom handles his way into center ice, then backhanded the puck wide at the Edmonton goal. Paul Coffey goes back to the net. Trying to move it up the right wing. Tom Ralston got a stick on it. Out into center ice. It goes to Huddy across the line. Charlie Huddy turns. Waits for some help. Put it out in front. Hunter turns off the board. Played it back of the net. Matt Hughes unable to get it in front of the Islander goal. Here's Ralston with it. His shot. Billy Smith scoops it up. Got it off to Potvin. Benny Potvin failed to clear it out, however. Cote off right wing. Drilled one wide. Huddy at the left point. Fired it into the far corner away from Hughes, and John Tonelli dumps it into center ice. Goring picks it up, comes over the line. Goring cuts inside, but his shot went wide. Nystrom with the rebound, stops. Can't tuck it underneath the goaltender, and it comes to the left wing boards for Hunter. Dave Hunter across to Cote, who missed the pass. Now picks it up. Came to center ice. Played it to Hunter on left wing. Dave Hunter deep in the Islander zone. Dumped it back of the net. There's Potvin. Potvin to Brent Sutter. Brent Sutter to John Tonelli. Into center ice. The pass to Nystrom on right wing. Bobby Nystrom unable to pick it up, and Kevin Lowe has cleared it out to center. Morrow back. Handed it to Hunter. And the Islanders are forced back into their own zone. Just over 2 minutes to play in the second period. This is Thomas Johnson with the puck to Nystrom. Got it to center, but Linsman was back. Kenny Linsman sends Lindstrom over the blue line. Willie Lindstrom trying to cut in, and Morrow just reached back and knocked it off his stick in a good defensive play. So out come the Islanders. Thomas Johnson carries the puck. Johnson across the line, stepped around Messier, picks it up again. A backhander hit Lowe's stick. Nystrom goes to the far boards. Had trouble handling it. Got it back to the net to Clark Gillies. Gillies being tied up by Lowe. Brent Sutter moves in. The play has been
nifty stick handling by Thomas Johnson. How's that for tying up Kevin Lowe? Tied up Messier. His backhand shot deflected wide. Clark Gillies was moving in quickly on the left wing side, but Thomas Johnson, his backhand bid was deflected.
Bob Bourne, Dwayne Sutter, and Brent Sutter line up for the Islanders. Wayne Gretzky on the draw. Bourne got his stick on it. Back to the point. Potvin lets one go, and it went bouncing off big Randy Gregg, the Edmonton defenseman. Gregg leads the rush into the Islanders zone. Chase to the corner. Got the puck to Curry. Gary Curry across to Gretzky, and Bourne was in front of him. Bob Bourne comes to center. Got it into the Edmonton end of the ice. Back goes Curry. Curry lost the puck. Wayne Sutter put it out in front. Brent Sutter moved in. Couldn't get a shot away. And the goaltender, Andy Moog, has covered up on it. Face-off will be to the left as you look at Andy Moog. You know, the family was related to those folks that first invented the synthesizer, the Moog synthesizer that makes all those great sounds.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that, Jigs. You are a barrel, a big barrel of information.
You got that right. Rache, Bossy, and Keller have come out for the Islanders. Gretzky will take the face-off for Edmonton. Got the draw back into the corner for Jackson. Rache stepped in front of him. The puck came loose, cleared by Gregg. Now Curry sends Anderson into center ice. Glenn Anderson chased to the boards by Person's check. Jackson following the back of the net for Anderson. He was knocked down by Trottier. Curry gets a stick on it. Around to Anderson, who couldn't hold it. Gretzky goes to the corner now. Gretzky to Jackson, and his shot hit Potvin. Comes right back. Jackson shot. Smith the save. The puck went loose. Jackson with it again. Into Gretzky. Centers. Curry the backhander. Kicked out by Billy Smith. Edmonton putting on pressure, and Bossy is able to clear the puck with less than a minute to play. Ended up at the Edmonton line and brought in offside. Shot back into the Edmonton end of the ice. Here's Lowe on the left side up to Dave Hunter. Hunter's pass onto the stick of Ray Cote. Cote's shot went off Morrow's stick. Came out in front, picked off by Hughes. Pat Hughes can't get a shot away. Goring picks up the puck. Time for one rush. He took a look at the clock, gave the puck to Nystrom. Nystrom can't get around Lowe. Kevin Lowe clears it. Morrow with it at center ice, and that's going to do it. Thomas Johnson with a long shot, but the horn sounds. Ending the second period. Edmonton got the only goal of the period. That was back at the 1:05 mark, so we are tied at the end of two. The score, the New York Islanders won, the Edmonton Oilers won. We'll have a recap following these messages.
Ready to start. the third period. Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals will be seen exclusively on Sports Channel Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. Dennis Potvin, John Tonelli, and Bob Nystrom, and all the rest of the three-time Stanley Cup champion New York Islanders face off against Wayne Gretzky and the Edmonton Oilers as the Islanders go for their 4th straight Stanley Cup. Find out if the Islanders will keep the cup on Long Island, starting with the Islanders preview at 7:30, exclusively on Sports Channel.
So ready now for period number 3. The Islanders to the right, the Edmonton Oilers to the left. Anders Kaller's goal in the first period made it 1-0. Jari Kurri's goal in the second period tied it up. As you look at Andy Moog getting ready for the period, Billy Smith has completed his housekeeping chores at the other end of the ice.
Jakes, the Islanders know it. So do the Edmonton Oilers. That if the Islanders do not play better in the third period, they've got a better than even chance of winning the hockey game.
If they don't play better in the third period, it means the series will go back to Edmonton next Thursday night automatically.
Islanders don't want to make that trip.
Neither do I.
Nice city. It's just too bad that it's that far away.
I don't know that I agree entirely with your first statement.
You don't have to.
Here's Lowe with the puck in the Edmonton zone. Got it to Gretzky. As the period gets underway, Gretzky dumping it into the Islanders zone. Billy Smith around the boards, up to Trottier on the right side. Couldn't clear it out. Watch Anderson trying to center one. It came out in front. Gretzky shot it wide. Here's Mark Gillies on the left side. Sends Potvin over center ice. Kenny Potvin, long pass to Bossy across the line. Shot one off the leg of Kevin Lowe. Gretzky picks up the loose puck. Wayne Gretzky to Kurri, who was off his skates, brought in over the line by Anderson. Then he runs into a check from Persson, and the sticks go up in the air a little. Stefan Persson holding his right cheek, but there's no penalty call. Mark Gillies unable to move it out of his own zone in the first attempt. He gets tied up, comes loose. Gretzky has shot. Smith the pad save as Gretzky was about 10 feet off to his left side. Bossy sends Gillies over center ice into the Edmonton zone. Gillies a drop pass. There was nobody there. The Islanders had a player change, and Kurri flipped it into the New York Islanders zone. Johnson up the left side. Here's Brent Sutter. Across the blue line with a shot. Glove save by Moog, and he'll hold it for a face-off.
See the glove in the face, then the stick came across and caught Persson along the right ear. Look at the stick again in the face as Anderson gets the hands of the stick up. Clark Gillies got a little chunk of Anderson. A few seconds after that, there's Stefan Persson as he sits on the bench. Sometimes question a player stop Smith.
Now Cote and Goring move in on the draw. It was in Goring's skates. Got it back to Janssen and around the boards. Randy Gregg shot it back to the net. There's John Tonelli to Nystrom, a bouncing puck to contend with, and he golfed it wide. The Oilers bring it right out in front of the net. It's cleared up the right side to Hughes. Hughes over on the left side. Hunter trying to make the play. It came off the right pad of Billy Smith. John Tonelli moves it to the near corner. Can't get it out of there, however. Hunter moves in along with Morrow. Cote dug the puck loose, centered off the side of the net, and there's Goring clearing it, but not out. Randy Gregg moves it into the corner. The puck comes off the boards. Hunter back to Gregg from the blue line. His shot was blocked in front. Hunter can't pick it up. It's cleared across to the right wing for Nystrom. And pad. They're going to face off right on the edge of the circle. Dangerous spot at a time like this. The puck comes back to the left point. Coffee shots steered aside by Billy Smith. Lindstrom in after it. He was checked, and Stefan Persson has cleared it down the boards. Ends up at the Edmonton line. Came loose for Messier. Messier tried to send Lindstrom in. He got banged by Langevin and back into it. Langevin with Wayne Sutter to Brent Sutter. Comes over the line. Couldn't hold the puck. Bourne picks it up. Puts it on goal. Goes back to the net. Moog was out of the net, but Bourne couldn't hold on to the puck. Speedy Bob Bourne just getting back into the play as the Oilers move into the Islander end of the ice. Lindstrom is bumped by Langevin, and here is Stefan Persson around to the right wing corner for Wayne Sutter. Sutter to Brent Sutter. Takes the turn. Bourne goes for a rest. The Islanders continue to make changes as Sutter's shot was grabbed by Moog, and out comes Gretzky. A long pass to Kurri on right wing. Jari Kurri across to Messier. Back to Gretzky and hopped over his stick, and here's Denny Potvin. Potvin left side to Trottier across the Edmonton line. Trottier trying to go to the corner. Vogelin runs him into the boards. Bossy takes the puck loose. Mike Bossy back to Potvin. Touch to the right. Lets the shot go. Moves the pad save. The rebound goes from wide. Here's Bossy trying to set it up. Out of the corner. Back of the net. It's loose in front and cleared. Trottier got a piece of it. Bossy with the puck. Back to Potvin. And he didn't see it in time. Picks it up outside the line. Bossy brings it back into the Edmonton zone with a pass to Trottier across the lane at the right point. 40-lane shot. Change direction. Trottier centers. Carroll couldn't get a stick on it. The Oilers move out into center ice. They're tied 1-1. Curry is checked to the center ice zone, and there's Trottier. Back to Nystrom. Bobby Nystrom spun around by Gretzky and hauled down. Hands are yelling. The referee was watching the puck. Vogelin across to Lowe. Kevin Lowe, checked by Nystrom, is in deep. Moore went back to the net, lost it for a moment. Vogelin helps out, clearing it to the blue line. Goring and Janssen there together for the Islanders, but Kevin Lowe is able to clear it for Hunter. Hunter drops it back deeper into the Edmonton zone. Vogelin goes back as the Islanders continue to forecheck well. Now Cote dumps the puck to the left wing side. Hunter into the Islanders zone was checked by Morrow. Billy Smith slaps it into the corner for Bob Nystrom. Nystrom unable to pick it up. Cote has it for Edmonton. Back of the goal to Hughes. And Janssen came in to take the puck away from him. Janssen to Morrow. Left wing to Tonelli. Tonelli, a long pass out of Goring's reach. The Oilers have it again in their own zone. Hunter gave it to Cote. Now to Hughes. Hughes comes over the line trying to get around Morrow. A backhander spits the pad save, and Janssen picked up the rebound. Thomas Janssen into center ice. Front center races up one-on-one with Jackson. Sutter trying to cut in. Is chased to the corner as Jackson wrote him off the play. Here's Gregg back on the Edmonton defense. Moved it to the right wing. Langevin, a hard hit on Hughes. And Langevin is dragged down behind. The referee looked at it and let it go. Out comes Wayne Sutter on left wing. Wayne Sutter across the Edmonton line. Goes to the backhand. Put it out in front. Langevin in deep. Runs into Lindstrom. Bourne centers the puck back to the point. Pierce on a drive. Knocked down in front of Bobby Bourne.
It's a good thing they didn't call the penalty, Jake. The Islanders, on their side, they benefit. What a hustle they put on from the drop of the puck here in the third period. Looking more like the Islanders in Game 1 and Game 2. Stefan Pearson, he trapped the puck, ripped a tremendous shot. Look at Langevin and Bourne. They flipped a coin as Charlie Huddy tried to get in to take it away. There's the puck in front. Langevin interferes with Charlie Huddy, and in goes the puck, and Bob Bourne, who leads the Islanders in points in the playoffs, gives the Islanders a go-ahead goal, his 8th of the playoffs, and the stands of the people show their appreciation. There he is. What a happy Bob Bourne. What a happy Islander team. They're being outplayed. They're being outshot until the third period.
Well, Bob Bourne at 5 minutes, 11 seconds. First time I've seen you come up off the chair in 3 seasons we've worked together when a penalty has been missed.
I'll explain that. Not right now. Let's get back to the action.
All right, some stick swinging going on. Lumley and Gillies have them up a little bit. They move into the Edmonton end of the ice. And the Oilers have cleared it down into the Islanders' zone. Lumley is down trying to get a penalty. There won't be any calls. Now the whistle is sounded. Lumley has the officials believing that he was hurt. He went flying, and now Gillies comes back looking for Lumley. Lumley, who carries the lumber hide, went up and draws the attention of the Islanders. He's drawn it not only just now, but you go back to the first 2 games of this series as well. Lumley and Gillies continue to exchange words, and they'd like to get closer, and here's what went on.
If I saw that right, Jiggs, I did not see the initial play by Lumley. I wish I could get a look at that again, but a vicious attack by Clark Gillies across the back. With the score, the Islanders 2, the Oilers 1. You're watching Stanley Cup final action on SportsChannel.
Well, Lumley is all right, stays out on the ice. Clark Gillies has stayed out for the Islanders. Teams at full strength, and here's Lumley feeding the puck back to the right point. Charlie Huddy into the corner for Ralston. Ralston unable to center. Potvin stepped in front of him, and here's Bobby Nystrom starting out 3-on-2. Nystrom down the right side with Merrick and Gillies. Tried to get in around Coffey, but it was offside as they came to the Edmonton blue line.
First, let me get back to the incident with Clark Gillies, Jiggs. I did not see anything that would require, or there's no necessity for Clark Gillies to react the way he did. Vicious swing. I know that there are times when players do it as a threatening motion. Now, here's the two of them up against the boards. I don't see anything there that Lumley did, but look at this. Clark Gillies with the stick catching Lumley across the back. Now, if the referee sees that, he has to throw him out of the game. I don't care.
Well, Gillies took some liberties, all right. Shot, Smith, the save. Billy Smith comes up big again, and the Islanders will start from deep in their own zone. Persson to Tonelli. Knocked it away from Huddy. Linsman dumps it in wide of the Islander net. Picked up by Persson. Stephen Persson to Denny Potvin. Potvin shoots it up to center and down into the Edmonton end. There will be no icing as Moog comes out to play it. Gave it to Paul Coffey. Coffey flipping it up to the center ice stripe. Johnson moves back. Shot it into the Edmonton zone. Face off right at the center ice stripe. The Islanders and the Oilers scoreless with 1 minute and 26 seconds left in the period. Wayne Gretzky lining up against Butch Goring. Draw came across to Tonelli, went off his stick. Gretzky for the Oilers to the left side. Nystrom stepped into Jackson with a good hit. The puck went back in the net. Johnson reached in, knocked it away from Curry. It came out in front of the goal, and Gretzky unable to pick it up. Goring sends Tonelli to center ice. Got away from Anderson into the Edmonton zone and knocked down by Jackson. Tonelli was off balance as he moved in, and now Gretzky steps in across the line, but it's offside. Anderson
to intimidate some of the Islanders. There's John Tonelli with Jackson. Tonelli off balance. Jackson gets the left arm up, gives Tonelli a bit of a push. Tonelli was on one skate, his right skate, when Don Jackson pushed him over. He's big, he's strong, he pushes a lot of players over and knocks a lot of them down. I remember when Jackson first came into the league, he was with the Minnesota North Stars. As you look at the president, he's at his first final game. First Stanley Cup final game. Missed the two in Edmonton.
For John Ziegler Jr. Now Trottier feeding the puck back to Morrow. In front to Keller, knocked it down, couldn't control it. Out the right side comes Glenn Anderson across the Islander line with 45 seconds left in the period. Anderson's shot went wide of Billy Smith. Trottier over to knock it away from Wayne Gretzky. Trottier unable to clear it out of the zone. Anderson is bumped by Morrow. The puck comes bouncing to in front and cleared by Bossy. This was out of position, and Bossy, a great defensive play there. Morrow sends Bossy down right wing, 2-on-1 with Keller. Bossy moves in, shoots, good stop, the rebound is scored! And there's Keller. "19 seconds remain in the period, Jake, from the Islanders. The first big error by the Edmonton Oilers. And the Islanders capitalize. There's a shot by Bossy. Good stop by Moog, and the rebound. Keller moves in and wrapped it between his legs. With 19 seconds remaining, Keller gets his third goal of the playoffs. A big one, a disheartening goal for the Edmonton Oilers. They've outplayed the Islanders, outshot the Islanders here in the first period. But the Islanders, as they have done so often, end up ahead 1-0 with 19 seconds on the clock. Anders Keller gets the goal, his third of the playoffs. And the play just prior to that by Bossy will be remembered as a key. Horn clears the puck to center ice. Here's Fogelin. Fogelin turned it to the Islander line. Persson got it to the right side. It shot around the boards, and that will do it for the opening period. Ovations for the New York Islanders. The goal coming with only 19 seconds left in the period. Second period just underway with the Oilers shooting the puck into the New York Islanders zone, and it's scooped up by Billy Smith, and he'll hold it for a face-off. Gretzky was out there for Edmonton. The Islanders leading 1-0 on Anders Keller's goal. Billy Smith has had a sensational playoff before. He's having another one this year. Here's where he scoops the puck up just a moment ago as the Oilers tried to put it out in front of the net.
Concentration. You have to have it. You have to have it at all positions. particularly as a goaltender.
Now Persson has cleared it around to Bourne on left wing. He and Fogelin tied up on the boards, and there's no further play.
Another aspect, Jiggs, of Billy Smith that we don't often bring out, but I'd like to bring it out now because it's very important. He's always talking to his defensemen and his forwards. He chitter-chatter. I remember when I played with him, he'd drive me nuts. But you know what? You loved it only because a lot of times you didn't have to look anywhere to know what was going on. He was standing in behind you, telling you exactly where the other players were, where the puck was, everything. You know, and you just get, after a while, you get to rely on it. And when it doesn't happen, you look back wondering what happened. Somebody hit him with a stick, or is he bitten his tongue?
The Oilers tried to center one out there. Here's Fogelin on the blue line and shot one off Smith. He probably talks more during the game than we do. Bossy has shot it down the ice, and the Islanders are going to be called for having iced the puck. Yeah, I've talked to several goaltenders over the years who at the end of the game.
Look at Billy Smith, Jiggs. He's turning his back. Look at him turn it on Anderson. Anderson's jawing away at him. He's trying to get the go to Billy Smith, and Smith turning his back on him. Anderson went all the way around the net. Excuse me, I got to tell you about this. There's Anderson. Here's the shot from the point. Fogelin let the shot go. Let's see what's going on here, if we can pick up the action. Billy Smith got a piece of it. The puck deflected wide. I was just wondering if they had it. It was so neat. Billy Smith makes the save. Now there's Anderson in front of the net. Anderson got up jawing at Smith, circled Smith's net, and as he went all the way around the net, Billy Smith deliberately kept his back turned to him, never said a word to him, just let on like he wasn't there and that he was just kind of turning around slowly.
Let me ask you, would he have done that in October, November?
Oh, no, he'd have stood there and threatened the guy with his hockey stick. And that's exactly what the player wanted. So, you know, Billy, he's always doing the other thing. Doing what the unexpected, I should say.
The Oilers keep the puck in the Islanders' zone. Yari Curry to the corner. Anderson comes out in front. Backhanded one that went off Bourne's stick. Is loose and cleared by Morrow. There's a penalty call coming. Bourne is going to go off for hooking as Anderson went down in front of the net. A break in the action here. You're watching the Stanley Cup Finals on SportsChannel.
Official score writing down the penalty to Bob Bourne. Let's see if we can see it right here. There's Anderson. Bourne's got the stick on him. Gives it a tug. Pulls him down. Anderson, as he was falling, twisted, almost decapitated, accidentally, Bob Bourne. Should laugh when I say that.
Rache on the face-off. It came back to Coffey to the right side. A shot by Honey. Grabbed by Billy Smith, and he'll hold it. Let me just point out, while you watch some of the replays, every now and then there's a blurb, and you may think that they're experiencing problems at home with your television set. That is not the case. The strobe lights that have been installed by the major sports publications for the final series are interfering a little bit. Maybe irritating to you as it is to us from time to time, but it's there for a reason. It's just one piece of technology that hasn't been improved upon over the last few years. Well, I guess it has to a degree, but it certainly hasn't been 100%. The Oilers have just tied it up from a shot in front of the net on a power play, and that's the first power play goal for either team in the Stanley Cup Final.
You could see it getting closer and closer, Jiggs, as the Edmonton Oilers were getting opportunity after opportunity. The Islanders have looked poor in their own end of the ice in this hockey game so far. Granted, they were killing off a penalty, but Yari Curry standing directly in front of Smith. He made the original save. Now look, nobody got to him in time, and it's in the net. The two Islander defensemen out of position. They should have been at least one of them on top of Curry. Butch Goring got a swat at him. Stefan Persson was way back in the net, and it's tied at 1 apiece on Curry's 7th playoff goal.
An assist on the goal to Gretzky. He has broken the points assist, or the points record, I should say, in the playoffs, and adds to it tonight with that assist coming at 105. So we're tied 1-1. Potvin clearing the puck in his own zone. Persson up the right side. That's Brent Sutter to Bob Bourne. Tried to tip it around Gregg, did, but couldn't catch up with it. Here's Potvin again. Steps in over the Edmonton blue line. Potvin went to the far corner with a pass to Brent Sutter. He is tied up in the play. The puck came loose momentarily, back into a pile-up of skates, and now Gregg starts up. Andy Gregg to Jackson, gave it to Lindstrom. Lindstrom into the Islanders' zone. Potvin got a piece of him, and there's Persson feeding it to the left wing to Bourne. And Brent Sutter back to Bourne, comes over center ice, cutting to the right, into the Edmonton zone. Lets a shot go off the skate, and it's skipped wide. Wayne Sutter in after the rebound. Gets hammered on the boards. The puck is cleared up left wing. Messier chases it out to center ice. Thomas Johnson back, cleared it. Lindstrom holding it, waiting for Messier to get back on side. Flips it high in the air. Billy Smith catches it, drops it off, and then plays it up the right side for Dwayne Sutter. To Goring. Goring into the Edmonton zone. His backhand pass was knocked out of the air by Huddy. Canelli falling. He and Huddy go to the boards together, and Cote dropped it back. Cote to the blue line to Hunter, and across to the right side. Lindstrom and Cote. I don't have Lindstrom out there yet. Cote has shot it in behind the Islander net. Kenny Morrow got a piece of Hughes, and the puck comes to Nystrom. Nystrom carries it down the right side over the Edmonton line. Nystrom goes in deep, turns, comes off the boards with it, back to the point to Morrow. Kenny Morrow slaps it around to the Edmonton zone. Goring came over on the far side. He and Huddy in a battle for it. Now they double team.
Win the Stanley Cup. 1971, the Montreal Canadiens, Chicago Blackhawks.
71. Trache got a piece of his man in the Edmonton zone. The puck cleared to the corner. Caller to Trache, put it out in front. It's cleared aside by Moog. Anderson shoots it down the boards into the Islander end of the ice. Johnson rushes back, and we get an icing call.
Onto the 7th game.
Will this one go? We'll find out. Lane shot. Total save by Moog. Here's Caller into the corner to Trache out in front. Steered aside by Moog. Vogelin works it around to the right wing. Potvin in off the blue line. Got it to the corner, but Vogelin is back. Vogelin played it up the right side. Yari Curry comes to center. Off Anderson's stick to Gretzky. Gretzky to Anderson. Potvin knocks him down. There'll be a penalty here against the New York Islanders. Potvin taking Anderson down, setting up the second power play of this game for the Oilers. You're watching this.
Potvin, a holding penalty, goes to the penalty box. Edmonton scored on their last opportunity with Bourne in the penalty box for hooking. A power play goal by Yari Curry tied it at 1 apiece.
Watson gets turned around by Anderson. The puck comes back. A shot blocked by Trache. They just stepped in front of Huddy's drive, and the Islanders have forced the Oilers back. Coffey picks it up. Goring into forecheck. He and Billy Carroll, along with Johnson and Morrow, on the points. Coffey sends Huddy up the right way. Over center ice to Curry. Yari Curry across.
There's the shot by Huddy, broken up by Brian Trache a moment ago.
Score tied 1-1 as the Oilers start out again on the power play. Coffey over center ice into the Islanders zone, bothered by Goring, pulled to the left wing boards, put it out in front. Here's Curry. Yari Curry to the blue line to Anderson. Lets a shot go. Smith the stick save. Gretzky chases the rebound. Wayne Gretzky centers. Morrow got a stick on it. It's cleared wide by Anderson. Now Curry sets up Anderson back of the net to Gretzky. Johnson knocks it away from him. Charlie Huddy back to the net to Gretzky. Gretzky comes out in front, backhanded it through the goal mouth, then got bowled over on a check from Goring, and the Islanders have shot it down the ice. 55 seconds remaining in the penalty time to Potvin. Paul Coffey pulled it away from Billy Carroll, comes over center ice with a pass to Huddy into the Islanders zone, dropped it to Anderson, shoots, fits the save, Morrow pokes the rebound loose. Anderson rounded the net, gave it to Gretzky. Gretzky, a weak pass. Johnson got a stick on it. Now flips it high in the air and into the crowd.
Almost identical colors in a different scheme. Yes, but colors almost identical.
Yes, they are. Now Smith around the boards, got the puck to Bourne. He has shot it down the ice. Facing it is Kevin Lowe. Billy Carroll comes out to replace Trache as Lowe had trouble picking the puck up. Turns with it. Up this left side, out of the reach of Messier. Persson has it at center ice. Stefan Persson shot it off the boards. Vogelin gives it to Lowe. Bourne comes into forecheck. Lowe up the left wing boards, and it was into the skates of Bobby Bourne, and he'll freeze it for a face-off. Takes a shot at Lowe, who has bumped him after the whistle. Billy Carroll exchanges a couple of pushes. They'll line up again to the left of the Edmonton net.
Little exchange. Little bump, that little nudge by Lowe. Little push, Lindsman comes in. Billy Carroll, that's
tonight, game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final. This one is a long way from over. Tied 1-1. Jackson back in his own zone. The team's at 6 aside again as we watch Greg give it back to Jackson. Jackson cleared it to center. Messier down the left side. Lindstrom couldn't get there in time, and here's Brent Sutter with the puck. He ran into a check from Jackson, and now it's offside. The New York Islander blue line as Lindsman gets ready to face off with Brent Sutter. Mark Gillies is on left wing. Dwayne Sutter is on right wing at the moment. The Oilers have shot it into the Islander end of the ice. It's Langevin back. Gave it to Dwayne Sutter, then to Persson. Gerson around the boards to Gillies on the far side. Gets bumped by Gregg. Longeman moves in. There's no further play. And again, a little pushing and shoving after the whistle. And again, you get the feeling that we're sitting on a time bomb as these two teams
not quite
at the stage.
You're not wrong, Jake. It's not quite.
At the Marriott Hotel here on Long Island, 100 tickets have been turned in tonight. Tickets that had been sold, and the party which will be unable to attend has turned them back in. They will be on sale tomorrow morning at the Marriott Hotel from 9 to 11. They're priced at $50 per person, cash or check. If you're not familiar with the Stanley Cup luncheon, players, coaches.
Pretty good idea right there. Jigs,
sorry,
why don't you pick up all 50 of them and bring all your friends?
I wouldn't know what to do with about 48. All right. Bossy to Bourne down to Potvin. He is ridden into the boards by Messier, and Trottier feeds the puck off to Bourne. Comes over the Edmonton line. Bobby Bourne shot. That changed direction and went wide after hitting Jackson. Bourne left it in the corner for Bossy. Bossy back to the blue line. Trottier picks it up at center ice. Now to Bossy. There's it into the Edmonton zone. Brought out to center. Randy Gregg stick handling to the Islander line. Gave it to Messier. Lets a shot go, and it was wide of the net. Bouncing off the boards and up to
Dennis Potvin takes a hard hit from Mark Messier. Potvin probably didn't feel that check as hard as Messier. Look at Messier's helmet. Potvin got his hand and stick up just at the last second, but here he is back again. Messier lets fly with a hard shot, but Billy Smith knows, leave it alone. It's wide of the net. Smith knows just by where he's standing whether that puck is on the net or not. He knew it was well wide. Don't play it. Let it go.
So Edmonton backing into their own zone. Hoagland gave it to Lowe out to center ice. Gordy Lane broke up the play. Here's Goring with it. Had to wait for Lane to get back on side. He'd been knocked down. Now Goring comes in over the line. That's Goring. Turning back to Lane. It was intercepted by Hunter. And the Oilers come to center ice. Hughes into the Islander zone. Went to the backhand, went to the forehand, and Smith made the pad save. Comes back to Hoagland. Hoagland from the blue line. He shoots. That went wide. Kevin Lowe holds it in on the left side and took a hit from Nystrom. Back to the net. Hughes sent it to Hunter, and he was too well covered. Another penalty coming against the New York Islanders. Gordy Lane gets a stick on the puck, and we get an elbowing call here. It'll go against Lane, so the Oilers will take their third power play
to the New York Islanders. Play has been very seldom out of their end of the ice.
And the Oilers moved right in with one that was deflected as Gretzky went to put it out in front, and Trottier has slapped it into center ice. Here's Coffey. Trottier and Bourne, the Islander forwards. Johnson and Morrow on defense. This is Anderson, checked by Bourne. Bob Bourne to the Edmonton line. It was knocked off his stick, brought back by Coffey. 3-on-2 as they come over the line. The pass to Anderson. Chased to the corner by Johnson. Anderson played it back in the net. There's Gretzky. Put it out in front. They got away from Curry, who blew right up the middle. So the Oilers have to chase it into their own end of the ice. 35 seconds gone in Lane's penalty. Gary Curry starting out for Edmonton. Cross to Coffey. Coffey into the Islander zone. Gretzky trailing. The pass was deflected. Picked up in front by Billy Carroll, but they're calling it a hand pass.
That's not a good. The Hofer pass go inside the Islanders' blue line. Here's the puck bouncing. Thomas Johnson put his hand out. He touched the puck. Did not direct it. It went off his hand, and Billy Carroll was the next Islander to touch it. He could have very easily let that go, and even Glenn Sather wouldn't have argued it.
An important face-off here. The Islanders thought they had a chance to move it out of their own end, and as a result, they get the face-off to the right of the net instead.
Good point, Judge. You should be doing the color then. Let me try the play-by-play for it.
And Trottier just won the face-off from Gretzky and has played it around the boards. Lindstrom is bumped solidly by Thomas Johnson. The Oilers with the puck, however. Messier to Coffey. Shoots off Billy Smith's shoulder, and Morrow has cleared it down the ice.
Good chance for Coffey again. See, some of the Edmonton Oilers are now trying to go upstairs on Billy Smith.
We watch Huddy starting out. Messier knocked Goring down in the Edmonton zone. Lindstrom comes over the line with the puck. Huddy shot. Smith the save and went up in the air. Messier took a whack at it. Made contact. They rolled.
That's just a little fun. Well, his eyes are going down looking along the bench. And as a matter of fact, that's what he's doing. He wants to know who he's going to put out next. He's looking along to find out where they are. He doesn't carry a program to know the numbers, so their names are right there.
Coffey after the face-off sends Gretzky up the right side. Into center ice. Got away from Billy Carroll's check. Comes over the line. The puck bouncing on him. He fell, and so did Goring. Here's Coffey on the left side. Threaded the needle, and the play was broken up. Oh, Messier had a great chance there, and the Islanders have shot it down the ice. 20 seconds left in Lane's penalty. Andy Moog handling the puck. Gave it to Coffey. Coffey into center ice. Into the Islanders zone with a rolling puck to contend with, and it's cleared out by Bourne. This is Charlie Huddy at center, waiting for his teammates to get back. Now to Messier, who backhands it high and over the glass, so we'll get a face by Coffey. Across, shot missed by Messier, and then Butch Goring, in pursuit of the puck, was successful in shooting it down the ice. Now Bourne takes this draw, got it back into his own zone to Persson. Lane is back on, teams at 6 aside. Billy Carroll gets turned around at the Edmonton line, and offside is being called. And again, Carroll involved in some pushing and shoving. Everybody converges right in front of the Islander players' bench. Well, we reached the midway point of the middle period, and regulation time for that matter, as they jostle in front of the bench. Score is tied at 1-1 at first period. At home, if they see something foreign on the screen that mentions Hockey Night in Canada, it's because occasionally they switches or something gets mixed up. There are, 4 feeds out of here tonight? Or is it 3? Hockey Night in Canada has 2, and of course our Sports Channel feed. Yeah, and another cable feed. Yeah, there is 4. Going out of the Nassau Coliseum. Across the United States, across Canada as well. You saw Moog come out of the net to clear the puck. Bossy came off the boards. He's tangled up with Cote. Cote dug the puck loose. Caller into the corner to Bossy. Mike Bossy trying to slip a check. Couldn't do it. Don Jackson flipped it up in the right side, and out at center ice comes Hughes. Into Cote into the Islander zone. In front to Hunter. Smith the save. The puck goes right back to Billy Smith on Trottier. Takes it around the boards and a pass for Caller. What a stop on Hunter. Offhand, back of the net, trying to clear it around. Couldn't do it. Caller picks it up. Anders Caller, there's a delayed penalty in effect. It'll be against Edmonton as Trottier comes over center ice into the Edmonton zone. Ryan Trottier to Denny Potvin. Can't get a shot away, and it's Hughes. Steve Hunter, a penalty for elbowing. Got it up on Dennis Potvin. Here we'll take a look at it. Potvin with his back. There's the arm going up. Hunter draws an elbowing penalty. Not really a vicious elbow by any means. Potvin saw him coming at the last minute. I think that's one of the reasons he kind of wore it off. Now we watch the Islander power play. Janssen got it to Persson, to Bourne, back to Stefan Persson. Persson in front. Here's Bourne with a shot off Moog's arm, and it comes to the corner for Dwayne Sutter, to Brent Sutter. Vogelin runs him into the boards. The puck dug loose and cleared out of there by Wayne Gretzky. Minute and 36 seconds left in the Hunter's penalty time as Persson rounds the net. Stefan Persson, right side to Dwayne Sutter. Went to the left to Janssen, stepped in over the Edmonton line, couldn't get the puck back to Dwayne Sutter. The Oilers have cleared it. Gretzky chasing it, and Smith comes way out of the net. Billy Smith ahead to Thomas Janssen. Spun away from Gretzky, but then ran into Curry. Knocked the puck to Stefan Persson, fortunately for the Islanders, and here's Brent Sutter over center ice. Got it into the Edmonton zone with a minute and 5 seconds left in the power play. Moog got of the net to handle it. It came back to Persson. Centered it in front. Low is checked. Here's Brent Sutter. What a stop by Moog. Bossy shot went wide on the rebound. Anders Caller picks it up. It's knocked down by Curry. Bossy got the puck loose to Persson at the point. Persson into Bossy. Bossy shoots off the shoulder of Moog. Bossy the rebound. Centers. Oh, it just went wide. And Brent Sutter was knocked down in front. The Oilers have cleared it the length of the ice with 40 seconds left in the power play. Stefan Persson fed the puck up to Trottier. Bossy moves up right wing as well. Drop pass. Bossy with it in front to Gillies, but it's offside. On Sports Channel. How about that, Bobby Riggs? Hey. Did you see that match 10 years ago? I don't remember. No? Sure. Billy, didn't everybody watch that? I would think so, sure. You know, it's the kind of a thing I remember where I was. Billy Harris and I, one-time Islander, watched that in Toronto. It was during training camp. And if I was to tell you that when I was a player, I'd have been fine, because I wasn't supposed to be there. Sorry, Bill. Edmonton taking a lot of time. Gold stick for Andy Moog. That's what they need. Lee Vogelin, the captain of the team, retrieving him a new piece of lumber, a twig. 1-1 tie. 29 seconds left in Hunter's penalty as Moog has the new stick and it's ready to go to work. Trottier, Gillies and Bossy, Potvin and Persson on the points. Fogelin, they come up at least into the face-off area, and that heads for the bench, and play gets underway with Jackson clearing it to center. Here's Potvin. Potvin, right side to Clark Gillies. Gillies lifted to Persson, to Potvin, to the corner to Trottier. Back to Potvin, shoots one on the fly that went wide. Persson comes in off the right point. Got it back to Bossy, who was covering for Persson. Bossy and Persson moved it back and forth. Persson shot went off the leg and ends up in the seat. John Chinelli poked the puck into the Edmonton zone, and the teams are at 6 aside. So again, the Islanders fail to score with a man advantage. Then only one power play goal in the series, and that's the one that tied it up here tonight. Thomas Johnson with the puck. Backs up to the blue line. Gave it to Moros to the left side for Chinelli. Now to Johnson. Johnson gets turned around and knocked down. The puck loose. Hunter has it. Hunter, long pass, but way offside. As Hughes was about 3 steps inside the Islander blue line.
Even with even strength, they have not played well in their own end of the ice.
Now Goring picks up the puck, shot it into the Edmonton zone, and Moog moves back in the net. Let it go to Coffey. To Huddy. Charlie Huddy up the right wing boards. This is Dave Ludley with a pass to Ralston. Comes over the line. Ralston couldn't get through the defense. Picks up the puck again. Centers, and it's cleared by Johnson. Coffey with a shot. Oh, Billy Smith got a piece of that, and here comes Goring. Goring out of his own zone into the center ice. Check. Picks up the puck again. Dropped it back to Morrow. Ludley right on top of him. Johnson to Nystrom, and he slaps it into the Edmonton zone. This is Paul Coffey. Coffey, who's had his chances, flips it into center ice. Gordy Lane chases it for the Islanders. We have just over 6 minutes remaining in the second period. Lane's pass to Nystrom. Picked off and shot back in by Coffey, and that's offside. The Islanders lost the puck. Messier comes in on left wing, and his shot went wide of the net. Back to Fogelin at the blue line. That's one goal that hit Gord Lane and bounces to Dwayne Sutter, up to Brent Sutter. 2-on-2 as they come over the line. Bourne heads for the net. The pass didn't arrive as Fogelin got a piece of it. Brent Sutter carries it back to the goal now. Gave it to Bourne. Bourne is tied up by Lowe. Brent Sutter moves in. Bourne has kicked the puck behind the net. Ray Fogelin around to the right wing boards. Lindstrom, the pass to Messier. Now to Lindsman, comes over the line. Lindsman is checked, picks up the puck again, gave it to Lindstrom. Back to Lowe, and he shot it wide. Messier from behind the net. Lane ties him up. Potvin digs the puck off the boards, played it around to the right point. Lowe was there. Fogelin rather, got it to Messier. Messier centers, the shot went wide of the net. Potvin takes a look. Dumps it out to center, and it's going all the way down into the Edmonton zone. There'll be no icing as Kevin Lowe gets back in time. Lowe bumped solidly by Dwayne Sutter, but after he had made the pass across to Messier, and that's stolen by Trottier. The Gillies got over the line, but was checked on the play. Here's Lindstrom. To Messier. Messier shooting it into the Islanders zone. Potvin chases it. Potvin to Morrow. Andy Morrow takes a look. Fired it into the center ice territory. Andy Gregg to Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky backhands it in. Chasing it for the Islanders is Kenny Morrow. Morrow slapped it around, but not out. Jackson shot. That hit Anderson and changed direction. Gregg holds it in at the right point to Gretzky back to the net, and Potvin stepped in front of him and came out in front. The Oilers center, but it's cleared by Morrow and out into center ice. Randy Gregg has to come back. Gregg backing deeper into his own zone. Played it up left wing to Gretzky. Across to Curry. Gary Curry into the Islander zone. Drop pass to Anderson. He shoots that one over top of the net. Kenny Potvin comes out of the left wing corner. Long pass to center ice to Bossy. Bossy trying to work around Jackson. Centered one. It was broken up, and here's Gretzky with it again. Gretzky across the line. Lets the puck go. Smith got a piece of that. Billy Smith back to the net. Covered up on it and has held it for a face-off. We have 4 minutes and 7 seconds remaining.
Smith. Gretzky winds up. Smith looks like he just kind of still having a little bit of a nap. Swung his stick at it and deflected it off like a bunter, or a batter, I should say, deliberately fouling off a buck. See Brent Sutter as he watches Bob Bourne and Kevin Lowe fight for the puck. Lindstrom comes over. Brent Sutter wants to give him a message. There is the message. Get out of my way.
Now from the face-off from the Islander end of the ice, it's picked up by Stefan Persson. Persson ahead to Trottier, to center for Goring. Across the Edmonton line, Goring, a drop pass, just out of the reach of Nystrom, and there's Big Semenko. Dave Semenko fires it into the Islander zone. Billy Smith let it come off the boards, cleared it to the corner. Charlie Huddy in deep, went to center one that was off the mark. Persson up the right side for Nystrom. Nystrom tried to send Goring up the right wing, and that didn't work. Coffey plays it across to Huddy, now to Lumley. Dave Lumley shot it in wide. That goes Persson. Sets up Nystrom on right wing. Bobby Nystrom handles his way into center ice, then backhanded the puck wide of the Edmonton goal. Paul Coffey goes back to the net. Trying to move it up the right wing. Tom Ralston got a stick on it. Out into center ice. It goes to Huddy across the line. Charlie Huddy turns. Waits for some help. Put it out in front. Hunter turns off the board. Played it back of the net. Matt Hughes unable to get it in front of the Islander goal. Here's Ralston with it. His shot. Billy Smith scoops it up. Got it off to Potvin. Denny Potvin failed to clear it out, however. Cote off right wing. Drilled one wide. Huddy at the left point. Fired it into the far corner away from Hughes, and John Tonelli dumps it into center ice. Goring picks it up in front of the line. Goring cuts inside, but his shot went wide. Nystrom with the rebound. Stops. Can't tuck it underneath the goaltender, and it comes to the left wing boards for Hunter. Dave Hunter across to Cote, who missed the pass. Now picks it up. Came to center ice. Played it to Hunter on left wing. Dave Hunter deep in the Islander zone. Dumped it back to the net. There's Potvin. Potvin to Brent Sutter. Brent Sutter to John Tonelli into center ice. The pass to Nystrom on right wing. Bobby Nystrom unable to pick it up, and Kevin Lowe has turned it out to center. Morrow back, handed it to Hunter, and the Islanders are forced back into their own zone. Just over 2 minutes to play in the second period. This is Thomas Johnson with the puck to Nystrom. Got it to center, but Linsman was back. Kenny Linsman sends Lindstrom over the blue line. Willie Lindstrom trying to cut in, and Morrow just reached back and knocked it off his stick in a good defensive play. So out come the Islanders. Thomas Johnson carries the puck. Johnson across the line, stepped around Messier, picks it up again. A backhander hit Lowe's stick. Nystrom goes to the far boards. Had trouble handling it. Got it back to the net to Clark Gillies. Gillies being caught up by Lowe. Brent Sutter moves in. The player's been
Nifty stick handling by Thomas Johnson. How's that for tying up Kevin Lowe? Tied up Messier. His backhand shot deflected wide. Clark Gillies was moving in quickly on the left wing side, but Thomas Johnson, his backhand bid was deflected.
Bob Bourne, Dwayne Sutter, and Brent Sutter line up for the Islanders. Wayne Gretzky on the draw. Bourne got his stick on it. Back to the point. Potvin lets one go, and it went bouncing off big Randy Gregg, the Edmonton defenseman. Gregg leads the rush into the Islanders zone. Chase to the corner. Got the puck to Curry. Laurie Curry across to Gretzky, and Bourne was in front of him. Bob Bourne comes to center. Got it into the Edmonton end of the ice. Back goes Curry. Curry lost the puck. Wayne Sutter put it out in front. Brent Sutter moved in. Couldn't get a shot away. And the goaltender, Andy Moog, has covered up on it. Face-off will be to the left as you look at Andy Moog. You know, the family was related to those folks that first invented the synthesizer, the Moog synthesizer that makes all those great sounds.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that, Jigs. You are a barrel, a big barrel of information.
You got that right. Rache, Bossy, and Keller have come out for the Islanders. Gretzky will take the face-off for Edmonton. Got the draw back into the corner for Jackson. Rache stepped in front of him. The puck came loose, cleared by Gregg. Now Curry sends Anderson into center ice. Glenn Anderson chased to the boards by Person's check. Jackson following the play. Back to the net for Anderson. He was knocked down by Trottier. Curry gets a stick on it. Around to Anderson, who couldn't hold it. Gretzky goes to the corner now. Gretzky to Jackson, and his shot hit Potvin. Comes right back. Jackson shot. Fifth the save. The puck went loose. Jackson with it again. Into Gretzky. Centers. Curry a backhander. Picked out by Billy Smith. Edmonton putting on pressure, and Bossy is able to clear the puck with less than a minute to play. Ended up at the Edmonton line and brought in offside. Shot back into the Edmonton end of the ice. Here's Lowe on the left side up to Dave Hunter. Hunter's pass onto the stick of Ray Cote. Cote's shot went off Morrow's stick. Came out in front, picked off by Hughes. Pat Hughes can't get a shot away. Goring picks up the puck. Time for one rush. He took a look at the clock, gave the puck to Nystrom. Nystrom can't get around Lowe. Kevin Lowe clears it. Morrow with it at center ice, and that's going to do it. Thomas Johnson with a long shot, but the horn sounds. Ending the second period. Edmonton got the only goal of the period. That was back at the 1:05 mark, so we are tied at the end of two. The score, the New York Islanders won, the Edmonton Oilers won. We'll have a recap following these messages.
Ready to start. The third period. Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals will be seen exclusively on SportsChannel Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. Dennis Potvin, John Stanley, and Bob Nystrom, and all the rest of the three-time Stanley Cup champion New York Islanders face off against Wayne Gretzky and the Edmonton Oilers as the Islanders go for their 4th straight Stanley Cup. Find out if the Islanders will keep the cup on Long Island, starting with the Islanders preview at 7:30, exclusively on SportsChannel.
So ready now for period number 3. The Islanders to the right, the Edmonton Oilers to the left. Anders Kaller's goal in the first period made it 1-0. Jari Kurri's goal in the second period tied it up. As you look at Andy Moog getting ready for the period, Billy Smith has completed his housekeeping chores at the other end of the ice.
Jakes, the Islanders know it. So do the Edmonton Oilers. That if the Islanders do not play better in the third period, they've got a better than even chance of winning the hockey game.
If they don't play better in the third period, it means the series will go back to Edmonton next Thursday night automatically.
Islanders don't want to make that trip.
Neither do I.
Nice city. It's just too bad that it's that far away.
I agree entirely with your first statement.
You don't have to.
Here's Lowe with the puck in the Edmonton zone. Got it to Gretzky. As the period gets underway, Gretzky dumping it into the Islanders zone. Billy Smith around the boards, up to Trache on the right side. Couldn't clear it out. Watch Anderson trying to center one. It came out in front. Gretzky shot it wide. Here's Clark Gillies on the left side. Sends Potvin over center ice. Kenny Potvin, long pass to Bossy across the line. Shot one off the leg of Kevin Lowe. Gretzky picks up the loose puck. Wayne Gretzky to Kurri, who was off his skates, brought in over the line by Anderson. Then he runs into a check from Persson, and the sticks go up in the air a little. Captain Persson holding his right cheek, but there's no penalty call. Clark Gillies unable to move it out of his own zone in the first attempt. He gets tied up, comes loose. Gretzky has shot, spits the pad save as Gretzky was about 10 feet off to his left side. Bossy sends Gillies over center ice into the Edmonton zone. Gillies a drop pass, there was nobody there. The Islanders had a player change, and Kurri flipped it into the New York Islanders zone. Johnson up the left side. Here's Brent Sutter. Across the blue line with a shot. Glove save by Moog, and he'll hold it for a face-off.
See the glove in the face, then the stick came across and caught Persson along the right ear. Look at the stick again in the face as Anderson gets the hands of the stick up. Clark Gillies got a little chunk of Anderson. A few seconds after that, there's Stefan Persson as he sits on the bench. Sometimes question a player stop Smith.
Now Cote and Goring move in on the draw. It was in Goring's skates, got it back to Johnson and around the boards. Randy Gregg shot it back to the net. There's John Stanley to Nystrom, a bouncing puck to contend with, and he golfed it wide. The Oilers bring it right out in front of the net. It's cleared up the right side to Hughes. Hughes over in the left side. Hunter trying to make the play. It came off the right pad of Billy Smith. John Tonelli moves it to the near corner. Can't get it out of there, however. Hunter moves in along with Morrill. Cote dug the puck loose, centered off the side of the net, and there's Goring clearing it, but not out. Randy Gregg moves it into the corner. The puck comes off the boards. Hunter back to Gregg from the blue line. His shot was blocked in front. Hunter can't pick it up. It's cleared across to the right wing for Nystrom. Hand pad. They're going to face off right on the edge of the circle. Dangerous spot at a time like this. And the puck comes back to the left point. Coffee shot steered aside by Billy Smith. Lindstrom in after it. He was checked, and Stefan Persson has cleared it down the boards. Ends up at the Edmonton line. Came loose for Messier. Messier tried to send Lindstrom in. He got banged by Langevin and back into it. Langevin with Wayne Sutter. The Brent Sutter comes over the line. Couldn't hold the puck. Bourne picks it up. Puts it on goal. Goes back to the net. Moog was out of the net, but Bourne couldn't hold on to the puck. Speedy Bob Bourne just getting back into the play as the Oilers move into the Islander end of the ice. Lindstrom is bumped by Langevin, and here is Stefan Persson around to the right wing corner for Wayne Sutter. Sutter to Brent Sutter. Takes the turn. Bourne goes for a rest. The Islanders continue to make changes as Sutter's shot was grabbed by Moog, and out comes Gretzky. A long pass to Kurri on right wing. Jari Kurri across to Messier. Back to Gretzky, and hopped over his stick, and here's Benny Potvin. Potvin, left side to Trottier. Across the Edmonton line. Trottier trying to go to the corner. Fogelin runs him into the boards. Bossy digs the puck loose. Mike Bossy back to Potvin. Touch to the right. Lets the shot go. Moves the pass. Save the rebound. Just went wide. Here's Bossy trying to set it up. Out of the corner. Back to the net. It's loose in front and clear. Trottier got a piece of it. Bossy with the puck. Back to Potvin. He didn't see it in time. Picks it up outside the line. Bossy brings it back into the Edmonton zone with a pass to Trottier across the lane at the right point. 40 lane shot. Change direction. Trottier centers. Carroll couldn't get a stick on it. The Oilers move out into center ice. They're tied 1-1. Curry is checked in the center ice zone, and there's Trottier. Back to Nystrom. Bobby Nystrom spun around by Gretzky and hauled down. Fans are yelling. The referee was watching the puck. Fogelin across to Lowe. Kevin Lowe, checked by Nystrom, is in deep. Moog went back to the net, lost it for a moment. Fogelin helps out, clearing it to the blue line. Goring and Janssen there together for the Islanders, but Kevin Lowe is able to clear it for Hunter. Hunter drops it back deeper into the Edmonton zone. Fogelin goes back as the Islanders continue to forecheck well. Now Cote dumps the puck to the left wing side. Hunter into the Islanders zone was checked by Morrow. Billy Smith slaps it into the corner for Bob Nystrom. Nystrom unable to pick it up. Cote has it for Edmonton. Back of the goal to Hughes. And Janssen came in to take the puck away from him. Janssen to Morrow. Left wing to Tonelli. Tonelli, a long pass out of Goring's reach. The Oilers have it again in their own zone. Hunter gave it to Cote, now to Hughes. Hughes comes over the line, trying to get around Morrow. A backhander, Smith, the pad save, and Janssen picked up the rebound. Thomas Janssen into center ice. Front center races up one-on-one with Jackson. Center trying to cut in. Is chased to the corner as Jackson wrote him off the play. Here's Gregg back on the Edmonton defense. Moved it to the right point. Langevin, a hard hit on Hughes. And Langevin is dragged down behind. The referee looked at it and let it go. Out comes Wayne Sutter on left wing. Wayne Sutter across the Edmonton line. Goes to the backhand. Put it out in front. Langevin in deep. Runs into Lindstrom. Bourne centers the puck back to the point. Pierce on a drive. Knocked down in front of the Bobby Bourne.
It's a good thing they didn't call the penalty, Jake. The Islanders, on their side, they benefit. What a hustle they put on from the drop of the puck here in the third period. Looking more like the Islanders in Game 1 and Game 2. Stefan Pearson, he trapped the puck, ripped a tremendous shot. Look at Langevin and Bourne. They flipped a coin as Charlie Huddy tried to get in to take it away. There's the puck in front. Langevin interferes with Charlie Huddy, and in goes the puck, and Bob Bourne, who leads the Islanders in points in the playoffs, gives the Islanders a go-ahead goal, his 8th of the playoffs, and the stands of the people show their appreciation. There he is. What a happy Bob Bourne. What a happy Islander team. They're being outplayed. They're being outshot until the third period.
Well, Bob Bourne at 5 minutes, 11 seconds. First time I've seen you come up off the chair in 3 seasons we've worked together when a penalty has been missed.
I'll explain that. Not right now. Let's get back to the action.
All right, some stick swinging going on. Lumley and Gillies had them up a little bit. They move into the Edmonton end of the ice. And the Oilers have cleared it down into the Islanders zone. Lumley is down trying to get a penalty. There won't be any calls. Now the whistle is sounded. Lumley has the officials believing that he was hurt. He went flying, and now Gillies comes back looking for Lumley. Lumley, who carries the lumber hide, went up and draws the attention of the Islanders. He's drawn it not only just now, but you go back to the first 2 games of this series as well. Lumley and Gillies continue to exchange words, and they'd like to get closer, and here's what went on.
If I saw that right, Jiggs, I did not see the initial play by Lumley. I wish I could get a look at that again, but a vicious attack by Clark Gillies across the back. With the score, the Islanders 2, the Oilers 1. You're watching Stanley Cup final action on SportsChannel.
Well, Lumley is all right, stays out on the ice. Clark Gillies has stayed out for the Islanders. Teams at full strength, and here's Lumley feeding the puck back to the right point. Charlie Huddy into the corner for Ralston. Ralston unable to center. Potvin stepped in front of him, and here's Bobby Nystrom starting out 3-on-2. Nystrom down the right side with Merrick and Gillies. Trying to get in around Coffey, but it was offside as they came to the Edmonton blue line.
First, let me get back to the incident with Clark Gillies, Jiggs. I did not see anything that would require, or there's no necessity for Clark Gillies to react the way he did. Vicious swing. I know that there are times when players do it as a threatening motion. Now, here's the two of them up against the boards. I don't see anything there that Lumley did, but look at this. Clark Gillies with the stick catching Lumley across the back. Now, if the referee sees that, he has to throw him out of the game. I don't care.
Well, Gillies took some liberties, all right. I'm just thinking, is that retaliation for Lumley and Billy Smith in game 2? Anderson put one out in front. Ends up back in the net. Trottier for the Islanders. Ryan Trottier comes up the left side with a pass to Keller. Anderson turns Keller around. Trottier picked up the puck, comes over the line. Trottier to Morrow. That's a shot. He scores!
We've seen it so often. The Islanders, who were laying in the lead in the first 2 periods, they couldn't be found, have come to life. Ryan Trottier, what a great second effort to get the puck to Ken Morrow. Look at this shot. Inside the lower left-hand goal post. There's the play by Trottier as he got the puck to Ken Morrow. His wrist shot beat Moog. Not a good goal for Moog to allow, but it's in. It did not go in that far into the corner. It was closer to the center of the net. But a happy Ken Morrow as he bounced up and down after scoring. There he goes to the player's box. His 4th playoff goal has given the Islanders a big 3-1 lead.
Okay, and Keller on the assist for the goal at 6:21. 2 goals, 70 seconds apart, and the Islanders have opened up a lead of 3-1. Dave Langevin back into his own zone. Gets bumped as he went for the puck and knocked down by Hunter. There's no further play. So with 13:22 remaining in regulation time, a break in the action. You're watching the Stanley Cup Finals on SportsChannel. Getting ready for a face-off to the left of the Islander net. Okay, against Trottier in the draw. Linesman Ray Scapanello backs Hunter up on the edge of the circle. Now the puck dropped. It was in Trottier's skates. Came back to the corner for Persson. Now scoring stick out into center ice. Jackson gave it to Gregg. And to Gregg across to Don Jackson. Jackson just dumps it to the Islander line. There's Langevin with it. Langevin across to Persson, off the boards to Goring, tipped it to Nystrom. Nystrom couldn't catch up with it. Goring has it again. He's into the Edmonton end of the ice. Goring dancing through the defense is dragged down. Gregg takes control of the puck. Gave it to Jackson. Don Jackson lost it. Here's Nystrom on his front. He shot it over top of the net. Comes to the left wing corner. That's Hunter. Ahead to Cote. Cote moves up along with Hughes as they come into the Islander zone. Second Persson broke up the play. Persson to Tonelli. Tonelli trying to clear it out. Bouncing over to Langevin. Now Langevin to Tonelli to Nystrom. Bobby Nystrom shoots it around the boards. Andy Moog moves back to the net to cut it off for Lindstrom. Lindstrom leads the rush. Flipped it ahead. Now right back to Lindstrom. Oh, and Bourne almost intercepted that. Lindstrom comes over the line. Lindstrom, right side. Smith the save on Messier, and the puck has been cleared down into the Edmonton zone. It'll go wide of the net. An icing call. Ali Huddy back to touch up. The young man you're watching right there tomorrow will receive the Emery Edge Award. There's a break in the action here. You're watching the Stanley Cup Finals on SportsChannel.
Well, if you can hear that in the background, it is not a curling match, as Jiggs McDonald might have suggested. It's sweep. Sweep in 4 is what the fans are yelling.
They've had a lot of fun with their chance tonight. Tuesday night has been the most recent, meaning that the Islanders can wrap it up here if things hold up the way they are right now.
A lot of hockey, though, still to play, Jiggs.
Oh, indeed there is.
Finest offensive team in the National Hockey League is out there against the Islanders.
And here's Bob Bourne setting one up. The shot from the point was took the side by Moog. Gordy Lane moves in on the right side. Centered one that was deflected. Bourne from the point. Around the boards to Dwayne Sutter. But Brent Sutter had been knocked off the play, and out come the Edmonton Oilers. That's Mark Messier on left wing. And he cut to the inside. Gave the puck to Lindstrom. He went hurdling over Bourne. There's going to be a penalty against Bourne.
Now you want to know why I stood up a while ago. I'll explain it on this penalty. Dave Langevin went in, threw a good check on an Edmonton Oilers fan. Oh, I guess I'm not going to do it now. With the score, the Islanders 3, the Oilers 1. You're watching the Stanley Cup final action on SportsChannel for air. What a game he's played. What an effort. He gets a tripping penalty here on Jackson. No question, there's a trip on the play. That is not the question. The question is, if he's going to allow some of the other things to go, I do correct myself, Jiggs. He was in a scoring position. He had a play at the net, and I'm sure that the referee, Lewis, would say that he did have a chance, an attempt at the net that was taken away from him by the trip. And that really does explain it. I just remembered now, talking to referees before about this particular situation.
It's called tripping at 8:39. Edmonton with a chance to get back into the game if they can get a power play goal. They come down the right side. Billy Carroll knocked it away from Anderson, and Goring is left with the left of the ice. Carroll and Goring. Now Trache has come out to replace Goring, and on defense it's Johnson and Morrow killing off this penalty. Paul Coffey leads the rush. He's got the good speed, but he couldn't make the play there, and Morrow has left it to center.
Very difficult to do it all alone against a stingy penalty-killing unit of the New York Islanders.
Here's Charlie Honey playing it rink wide. Coffey moves up, dropped it back to Anderson. Into the corner to Coffey. To the blue line to Curry. Yari Curry gets turned around, and the puck is picked off by Trache. Trache and Carroll come to the Edmonton line. Trache carrying the puck. Started to rag it a little bit, lost it, and now Glenn Anderson takes the turn. Neat move, kicking it back to the stick as he comes to center. Anderson just did get it to Gretzky on the left side. To Anderson, and Morrow stepped in front of him. Kenny Morrow went back to the net, lost it. Curry sets up Fogelin over to Lowe. To Yari Curry. Curry to Gretzky, and he shot it wide. Anderson without a stick. Kicked it to Gretzky, and he put it right on Billy Carroll's stick. Carroll backhands it down the boards with 30 seconds left in Bourne's penalty. 9 minutes and 45 seconds left in the third period. Goring just broke up Lowe's rush, and now Billy Carroll knocks it away from the Edmonton defenseman. Lee Fogelin across to the far side. Hunter to Lowe, comes over the Islander line, chased to the boards by Persson. The puck comes around to the near corner. Pat Hughes let it go to the blue line to Fogelin, into Hughes. Hughes centers, that was tipped in wide. Comes back to Lowe. Lowe shoots it around the boards. In this near corner, it's Pat Hughes trying to set up the play. The teams are at 6 aside again. The Islanders killed off another Edmonton power play. The puck moves up left wing for Bob Bourne, and he shot it out into center. The rule the Oilers could have played it. There'll be no icing. Fogelin back for it. There it comes into forecheck. Fogelin dumps it into center ice. Pinelli gave the puck to Potvin. Now to Nystrom. Into the Edmonton zone. Taken off the play by Fogelin. Kevin Lowe slaps it around to the left wing for Pat Hughes. Stolen by Tonelli. Tonelli unable to set up Nystrom. Fogelin is checked. Nystrom got a shot that went wide. Ends up back of the net, brought out now by Kevin Lowe. Lowe dumps it into center, away from Hunter, down into the Islander zone. We'll get an icing call here. There's a break in the action, 8:37.
Stan Mikita for fourth place on the all-time NHL assist list. He needs one more to tie Gordie Howe for third.
Not that far away, and Gordie is here at the game tonight, as a matter of fact. Islanders forced back into their own zone as Messier moved in, got the puck to Lindstrom, couldn't get back to the net. In control of it, and Wayne Sutter ties it up in the boards. And we'll have a face-off in the circle to the right of the Islander net.
Big undertaking for the Edmonton Oilers, Jiggs. They're up against a tough defensive team. The thing that the Islanders do best is keep the other team off the score sheet. They cannot do it in their own end of the ice, though, as we talked about coming into the third period. The Islanders know that, too. They can't expect Billy Smith to play the way he did through the first two periods. But then again, it's Billy Smith.
15,317 looking on here at the Nassau Coliseum, and we're glad that you could join us on SportsChannel. The puck has been frozen again for a face-off in the Islander zone. SportsChannel will have Game 4, beginning with the Islander pregame show on Tuesday night.
Some of the people that watch the game from the gallery boxes. Pretty good idea of where they sit in conjunction with the seats and the rest of the Coliseum. I should remind everybody, too, kudos to Billy. Not just Billy Smith, Billy Carroll. That last penalty, he spent the whole 2 minutes on the ice. Tremendous job. So kudos and one of Stan Fischler's yays go to Billy Carroll, who does not get the kind of recognition that he deserves in the roles that he plays for the Islanders.
But the role is so important that he handles it so well. Langevin back in the net. He and Linsman trying to tie it up. Brent Sutter moved in, has jabbed it loose. Here's Linsman centering. Off the stick, and it's still in the Islanders' zone. Jackson takes a shot. Airside went down to block that, and it's cleared up the right wing out of the reach of Dwayne Sutter. He races into the Edmonton zone, gets there ahead of Gregg. The puck flies loose, and now Jackson takes over. Don Jackson tries the right side. They come to center ice. Oilers into the Islanders zone. Ralston with it. Couldn't get a shot away as Langevin came over to check in. This is Anders Kaller. Dumped it to center ice. We have 7.5 minutes to play. Oilers canked it back into the Islanders zone. Langevin has dumped it down the boards. Kaller chasing it. Anders Kaller gets tied up on the play. Recovers. Then gets sandwiched. Trottier moves in. Digs the puck loose. To the corner to Bossy. Mike Bossy trying to move along the boards. Got it to Potvin. Back to the net to Trottier. Put it out in front. Bossy gets turned around. Kaller moves in. Can't kick it over to Bossy. Now Bossy and Ralston bump together. Take it to Huddy as Ralston comes up with the puck. Ralston works to the line. Held in. Trottier to Kaller. Kaller in the corner trying to take it away from Coffey. He frees it, and we're going to face off deep to the Edmonton end of the ice. 6:51 left in regulation time. You're watching the Stanley Cup Finals on SportsChannel. Well, Tuesday night, Game 4 will be New York Islander Budweiser Fan Appreciation Night. Each person attending the game receives the Islander Budweiser #1 inflatable hand. Tuesday night. Here's Goring clearing the puck around the boards in the Edmonton zone. Nystrom went over after it. Low played it away from him. Kenny Morrow got a big goal at 6:21 of this period. Dumped it in. Now Gretzky comes to center ice. Shot it into the Islanders zone. Thomas Johnson cleared it, but got out. Gretzky checked by Nystrom. Johnson around the boards. Here's Lowe at the left point. Evan Lowe backhands it into the corner. Gretzky chases it with Johnson. Johnson knocked it away from Gretzky. There's Anderson. Morrow checks him. The puck came to the line. Lowe gets a long shot. Smith the save. Goes down to smother the puck and home. On the face-off, the puck went to the far boards. Mike Bossy picks it up, taking it away from Anderson. Comes into center ice. Bossy to Johnson. Johnson into the Edmonton territory. Got it along the boards, and there's Jari Kurri. Kurri has the Edmonton goal in this game. Kaller stepped in front of Lowe. Loose puck on the far boards. Lowe jabbed it to the Islander line. Taken there by Morrow. Up to the left wing side. Kaller gets turned around. Kurri stepped in front of Trottier, and back to the Edmonton Oilers. Kevin Lowe. Into center ice to Kurri across the Islander line. Lost it to Thomas Johnson. Johnson on left wing across the Edmonton blue line. Thomas Johnson, the Bossy, went off his skates. Bossy had trouble getting his stick back from Kevin Lowe, and the Oilers come into the Islanders zone. Knocking it back. This is Kurri to Messier. He shoots that one way wide of the net. Good passing play. Good chance. Now Jackson's long shot blocked by Thomas Johnson. It's in his equipment, and he holds it for a face-off. Close to that stick swinging thing. Al Arbour, perhaps not wanting them to get involved in anything like that, is kept in.
Well, Al Arbour knows his players very well, Jiggs, and what he wants to do is probably give Park Gillies a chance to cool off.
Down the drop, Brent Sutter pulled the puck back to Langevin. Parks back to the net. Linsman into forecheck. Langevin tries the left side. It goes all the way down the ice. Brent Sutter chasing it. He'll get there first. No icing call. Gregg went one way, Sutter the other, and that really wasn't the best play of the game as far as Gregg was concerned. And now he is questioning it with the referee, but we'll get a face-off in the Edmonton zone. You're watching the Stanley Cup Finals on SportsChannel.
Jiggs, in the third period, Edmonton has scored 28 goals, allowing 17. The Islanders, 31 goals and allowed 14.
That's in the playoff?
Yes. Yes.
Potvin has just cleared the puck on the left side. Fortunelli comes over the Edmonton line, trying to walk in around the defense. Huddy took him off the puck. Nystrom shot is blocked. The rebound, and Moog is covered up on that.
Tonelli, first, second, and third efforts by the Islanders. John Tonelli, we've seen it so many times before. And right with him, Bob Nystrom. Let's watch John Tonelli. Here he comes down on Huddy. Thought he had him beat. Huddy cut him off. Good play by Huddy. But look at the second effort by Tonelli. Look at Bobby Nystrom as he came in to help him. And right there, John Tonelli being checked and pulled down by Huddy. Got a shot away anyway.
Now the Oilers just shoot it down the ice into the Islanders zone. Potvin will pick it up. And Edmonton calls for icing. We have 4 minutes and 17 seconds remaining. The Islanders leading 3-1. This holds up. They'll go to Game 4 on Tuesday night with an opportunity to sweep the series. One of the many banners, signs here tonight. Recipe for a legend at 1/4 cup. Chef like you, pick up on that immediately. It's Goring, Nystrom, and Stanley up front for the Islanders. Johnson and Morrow on defense. Wayne Gretzky ready to take the face-off for Edmonton. He has an assist in this game, at 2 in the second game of the series, but has not scored. Here's Goring with a drive. That one high and wide, bounces back to the left point. Johnson in around the boards. Goring with it back of the net. It's a little off balance, and the Oilers are able to clear it for Wayne Gretzky. Gretzky backhands it up the right side. This is Charlie Huddy. Huddy flips it into the Islanders zone. Wide of Billy Smith. Morrow is back, knocked it away from Hughes. Goring comes over. Conti centers. That's cleared. John Tonelli on the left side, unable to move it out of his own zone. Now Johnson slapping at it, and he got it into center ice. Huddy with Nystrom right on top of it. Huddy across the Conti. His pass went off Tonelli. Here's Johnson with it. Johnson to Tonelli. Tonelli comes over the Edmonton line, cuts to the right. John Tonelli turns, shoots, and that from off the stick of the seats.
Close call. Edmonton opted to back off jigs. They move right back in and mold. 3 of the Edmonton Oilers covering 2 Islanders. John Tonelli got the shot away, but they deflected it up into the seats. The defenseman Huddy got a piece of it.
Let me just remind you again of the Stanley Cup luncheon at noon tomorrow at the Marriott Hotel next door to the Nassau Coliseum. Some tickets were made available tonight. They will be on sale tomorrow morning on a first-come, first-served basis, beginning at 9 o'clock at the Marriott Hotel. Honoring both teams, some awards to be presented tomorrow. Here's Bob Bourne putting it out in front. Sutter's backhander. He scores! Wayne Sutter on the rebound.
You give them an inch, they'll take a mile. The Islanders pound it into the net. Bourne, Sutter, Brent Sutter, and Wayne Sutter. They do it again. There's Bourne around Fogelin. Puts it out in front. Moe got a piece of it, but the backhand shot by Brent Sutter. The rebound laid there, and Dwayne Sutter hammered it into the lower right-hand corner before any of the Edmonton Oilers could cover on them. They've done it again. There's the shot, the rebound, and it's in behind. Good reflex action by Dwayne Sutter from in close, and there's the message. It's in the net. Yay for us. 3:17 remaining, and the Islanders lead 4-1.
The goal at 16:43, and the puck back into the Edmonton end of the ice. Ralston slaps it out into center ice. There's Longman to Gillies, who's out again. He just shot it in offside. Bob Bourne and Brent Sutter get assists on the goal. So Bourne with a goal and an assist here tonight now has 28 points in the playoffs this year. I think it was Newsday that carried a story just prior to the playoffs. How the psychic, whose name I forget and I apologize to her, envisioned number 14 involved in the Islander playoffs this year. She hit it right on the money, didn't she? Okay. I'm going to go see that lady. So you may not like it. Probably too. Different person to work with, kids. You had to say that. Huh? Merrick. Now Gillies moves in the Edmonton zone. Was checked from behind. Up this right side comes Dave Plumlee across to Semenko to Ralston. Ralston at the Islander line is checked. Merrick picks it up. Wayne Merrick forces the Oilers to go back. We have 2.5 minutes remaining in regulation time, and the Islanders lead it 4-1. Dave Plumlee across to the left side. It's shot into the Islander zone by Ralston. Billy Smith leaves it for Gord Lane. Off the boards, here's Trottier clearing it out to center ice. Picked up by Cote. Steps back and over the line. Lane got a piece of him. Trottier picked up the puck. Trottier to Keller. Keller on the left side. Drop pass for Bossy. Plays it break wide. Trottier chasing it. Came off the boards to Paul Coffey. Coffey to Hughes. Comes down the right side into the Islander end of the ice. Waltzes in around Pop end and got turned around. The puck went to Smith. He scoops it up and holds it. Okay, came in. Tried to knock it out of Smith's glove, but nothing more than that with 1 minute and 54 seconds left. If Billy Smith has ever had a better playoff game, I don't recall it.
Tremendous playoff. Here again as the goal is Bourne beats Fogelin on the outside. There's the shot by Brent Sutter. And before the goaltender, Andy Moog, could get a hold of it, Dwayne Sutter had hammered it in behind him. The reaction by the fans as they stand up on the matrix board. They showed 3 Stanley Cups, symbolic of what the Islanders have accomplished over the last 3 years. And it also quoted, "We want 4."
Now the Islanders have forced Edmonton to have to win 4 straight if they're not to win 4 consecutive cups. Potvin and Hughes on the corner boards. Trottier got it to Bourne. Checked in his own end of the ice. Now Potvin went to clear one out that was blocked. Here's Hunter out of the corner. Back to the net. Hughes went to center one. And Billy Smith smothered it right at the side of the goal. We're going to face off again with 1 minute and 36 seconds left.
Frustrating to a team like Edmonton or any other team, Jiggs. They've thrown everything they could at the Islanders and Billy Smith. Their offense recognized by everybody as being the most potent all season long. Billy Smith, if they got by the rest of the Islanders, which they did time and again, Mr. Goalie, Billy Smith slammed the door again.
Now the fans chanting sweet. Gauthier against Trottier on the draw. The puck ended up underneath Johnson, then cleared around behind the net. Hunter in a wrestling match grabs a hold of Bossy. We're going to get a penalty. Maybe more as everybody converges and the sticks come up high, but Hunter just reached out and grabbed a hold of Bossy.
Frustration on the side of Edmonton. The discipline is breaking down again, Jiggs. 1 minute and 27 seconds. And what Edmonton are saying, or what at least Hunter is saying, is that we recognize the game is over as far as the score is concerned. So, he wrestles to the couple of the Islanders. Bossy he wants after. Of course he wants Bossy. Bossy's complimented by that kind of a tactic. Here's Hunter here as he scrapes all over him, reaching out. He's not playing the puck at all. He's ripping away at the head of Bossy. You see the laces? He tries to get the glove laces along the face of Bossy and then rip them, try to tear them open. It takes a lot of intelligence to do that, doesn't it? It's guys like Hunter that make hockey get a bad name. Some people say it's like wrestling and roller derby, and it's because of plays like that. Unfortunately, the game has to swallow them up.
Game much maligned, and again during this series, the showcase of the Stanley Cup, hockey at its best. 1:20 left on the clock. The minor officials tonight, the off-ice officials, again from Madison Square Garden to work the Ranger games in the regular season. Here's Persson into the Edmonton zone, got the puck to Goring. Goring lost it. It's taken by Persson. Stefan Persson shoots it into the corner. Nystrom ran into Fogelin. Nystrom comes up with the puck. Not good enough in front of the net, however. Nystrom around to John Tonelli. Tonelli's pass cut off. Tonelli picks it up himself, takes a look in front, goes back to the net, threaded it to the blue line for Persson. Persson out of Potvin. Potvin over to John Tonelli. Shoots, that hit the side of the net. Tonelli with it again. He is checked. Persson got it right back to Tonelli, to Goring. Butch Goring to Nystrom. His shot was bouncing, and finally Moog able to cover up and hold on.
They don't want to give Edmonton time to pull the goaltender. Not that it's going to make any difference, but they're going to just make assurances as they keep the puck in Edmonton's end of the ice.
They're working on their 3rd power play tonight. Their 9th of the series without having the benefit of the power play goal for the New York Islanders.
I'm glad you reminded me, Jake. I forgot all about the fact that in the penalty box, wow, I'm sorry, is Hunter.
That's all right. This one is just about into the record book as Potvin holds the puck at the blue line. Now gives it to Johnson. Back to Potvin. Potvin into the corner for Dwayne Sutter to Denny Potvin. He lets a shot fly. It's deflected. They score! Brent Sutter! Now there's your power play goal, folks.
Potvin took the shot, and Brent Sutter, standing directly in front of Andy Moog, got in front of it. It deflected off his leg or his skate and went in behind. It has not had any effect on the hockey game, but the Islanders love it. Their fans love it. There's the shot. There it is off the left skate of Brent Sutter, and it's in the net. 5-1 now. Brent Sutter continues his scoring pace.
So we count down the final 15 seconds of victory number 3 in the 1983 Stanley Cup Final. That's a long shot. Cleared around the boards by Morrow and out into center ice. And Wayne Sutter, there's the horn, ending Game 4. And the Islanders come pouring off the bench to congratulate Billy Smith, who gave up only 1 goal tonight, and for 3 consecutive games has stopped Wayne Gretzky. The Oilers disappointed as they head for the dressing room at the far end of the ice. There's something going on at the Edmonton bench that the referee and 2 linesmen are involved in. Glenn Sather having his hands full with his hockey team, and now he is threatening a fan who's being restrained by the trainers. And some fans goading the Edmonton coach, I should say. Some other fans are being warned down at the other end of the bench. But the Islanders are taking Game 3. Our final score is the New York Islanders 5, the Edmonton Oilers 1. We'll be back with a recap and the highlights following these messages.
Stan Fischler here at Nassau Coliseum, where the New York Islanders produced a 5-1 victory over the Edmonton Oilers. They are now leading the series 3-0, and the man on my right, one of many, many heroic figures for the Islanders, Denny Potvin, the captain. Denny, your impressions of tonight's game?
Well, Stan, I think that we came home, we were a little nervous. The first 2 periods, we were a little tight. I felt it in me, and after the second period, it got to the point where we just blew up. We just couldn't handle it anymore. We talked it out, we yelled it out, and we got pumped up for the third. Third period, we felt it might have meant the whole series. 3-0 lead or a 2-1 lead in the series, and we wanted that 3-0 lead, so we went out and played pretty well in that third.
It appeared to me that the Islanders were playing in 3 gears for 2 periods, and then in the third period you went to 4th and 5th and overdrive, because the way that club was flying, it was just astonishing in the third period.
The funny thing and the misconception about sports is that you come back home and you think you've got an edge. And in playoff hockey, you shouldn't be thinking that way. And I think in the first 2 periods, we went out there and we felt, well, this guy's going to score a lot of goals tonight, maybe. Not thinking, damn, I have to do the work. I have to work very hard. And it was only by the third period that we started realizing that 20 guys had to go out and work their, work as best that they could to produce a win. And as we decided to do that and we went out and accomplished it, we pumped in 4 and just took the game away.
For those who may not have read the story in Newsday, Denny Potvin's dad has been home ill in Ottawa, and the question was whether your dad would be able to come here and actually see any of the games. What is the status? Will he be coming?
Dad, not wanting to give me an edge, said, you have to go out and win the game tonight for me to come down. So we've got the victory, and Dad will be down tomorrow night or Monday early in the day, and he'll be here for the 4th game. Happy you're coming, Dad.
Denny, Bill Mazer, the broadcaster, and myself have had a number of arguments about your greatness, and I think we've agreed now that you've lifted yourself beyond Doug Harvey as a defenseman. How do you feel? Do you feel that you're at the very peak of your game right now?
Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. I don't. I always try and refer to, the games to my golf game. I'm sort of an 18 handicapper, and I'll go out and shoot a 78, and I'll come back in mad as hell that I missed 3 putts. And so it seems like I'm never really satisfied in my game. There's always room for improvement. But when people come and tell me the records I'm setting and the pace I'm setting, especially in playoff, it's awfully satisfying.
I'm going to come back with Dennis and ask him why Al Arbour was not smiling when he left the ice after the game, right after this message. Stan Fischler here at Nassau Coliseum, where the Islanders triumphed 5-1 over the Edmonton Oilers, and my guest is a man who is a Gibraltar at the blue line and a dynamo on the attack, Denny Potvin. And I mentioned before that at the end of the game, the camera zeroed in on Coach Al Arbour. He did not have a smile on his face. Why?
Well, I'll tell you why. He came in the dressing room, and before we had time to shake hands and congratulate ourselves, he said, guys, there's still another game left before you win this series. Take care of yourselves. Go home and rest. Typical Al Arbor, and he's the reason why character is such a big factor in our team. We don't rest until we win, and we're not satisfied until that final buzzer's over and the cup's in our hands.
Before the game, there's been a tremendous amount of ink in the paper about the feuding between the teams and so on and so forth, and Jiggs and Eddie zeroed in on a conference between yourself, captain of the Oilers, Lee Fogelin, and referee Brian Lewis. What did Lewis have to say?
Well, there was simply that Mr. Lewis was stating his dominance, his ground. He was going to take charge of the game. He said actually quoting him, he said that was written in the press is all hype, has nothing to do with tonight's game. I'm going to be in charge of the game tonight. You guys know what to do if a ruckus breaks out, and good luck, guys, going out. Much like a boxing official sending 2 fighters to each corner and then come out and fight, but just do it under the rules of the game, and then we feel it's up to the referee to control it, and after that it's his ball game, I suppose.
Denny, you've made some plays that were so outstanding. The New York Times did a whole column on one play that you made. Tonight, how fatigued have you been? How fatigued were you at the end of the game?
Since Dave Langevin has been back the last couple of games, it's helped quite a bit, and especially in tonight's game, we played fairly regularly with 6 defensemen. We didn't have too many power play opportunities, and we certainly didn't have to kill too many penalties, so that really cuts down on the amount of time I have to be on the ice. We can keep the flow going, and I'd rather see that, but as it is, you know, if I'm on the ice 40 minutes or if I'm on the ice 25 minutes, that time I end up spending on a bench is as nerve-wracking as if I was out there. So I don't end up being any less fresh at the end of the game. I just seem to do what I have to do and hopefully do it with strength, poise, and a little dominance.
Dennis, before you go, is there any change in strategy you think the Oilers might come up with for game number 4?
I've always felt that in playoff hockey, if a team changes their mode of play, they're going to just be in more trouble. So I don't think we can expect anything different from the Oilers, just the intensity that a cornered team is going to show. And if we can sort of corral that and do our job, we should come up with another victory.
Denny Potvin, once again, heroic for the Islanders on defense and offense as they beat the Oilers for the 3rd straight time. And now to Jiggs McDonald.